So,
oh dear.
Last time on Conqueror of Avernus, y'all made it to hell. Y'all made it to Christina's summit. She yeeted you into the past once again, where you decided to keep the timeline stable. A single memory of the past when Dusty said Hero saved him when he was but a little kid before he moved to Idelglen. That memory was enough for the timeline to remain unscathed. The party also got to see a few of the loops that the dungeon master had put in there and planted a long time ago. One after another after another. I had too much fun. After that, when you came out, you got jumped. I've tried to jump you, I'm going to be honest, with that encounter about 4 times, and you've dodged it skillfully a few times now. So when it finally happened, I was quite happy. I kind of had the enemies go crazy to do it, but, no gains, no losses. In the end, the party was able to at least convince the people that they had fighting against, Rhea Mantlemorn and the Archduke of the first lair of hell of Avernus, Zariel, to at least work together. Whereupon, one of the sweetest pieces of information was given to the party. As Rhea explained, not only did she have the capacity to help them, but they knew the location of Kintyre. That's pretty much where we left off last week. Actually, just to make it good, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to that map. It's in my archives, though, so just give me a moment here.
Dude, I don't know what makes this ballistic different from the other ones, but Fergus is still working on it.
Is that one of his birthday ones? It just could be a little, like...
You're the one who gave it to him, so which one was it?
The one in the separate plastic bag.
Okay, I don't know. But he's not even, halfway through it yet.
Good. It's about time something took him a while to get through.
I know.
That's a good dog. So we kind of left in a bit of a hiccup on that one, and I will admit Kieran had missed that part, because you had left right at the end of the combat the previous day. But yeah, essentially, they just gave the info that in their world, there were no heroes who came to save El Turel. There were a group of mercenaries, Rhea herself feeling somewhat bad because she hired them. They were the only group that she could find because she needed to get to hell, to that first lair of Avernus. Which explains how the Doomed group came through as well. The whole lot of them. Probably not too much of a surprise. Though, after they decided not to help El Turel, Rhea, Dusty, and a few other champions made their way through Avernus, trying to find a way to save their home of El Turel. In the end, they picked up the sword, similar to your group as they had, and they made their way back to El Turel. They met with Zariel. They somehow convinced her to join their side, and in their penultimate moment of victory, when it looks as though they were going to free the city, the mercenaries had returned, because, well, they decided that Zariel's throne would be better seated for themselves. They conquered her terrain, her creatures, her war machines, her armies, had full control over them, and basically crushed Rhea's team. They escaped, though it cost everyone and everything they had, including Lulu, who was cut down in the process, securing them exit to the second lair of hell. And for the last 20 years, they've made their way further through the 9 hells to make it to Kintyre, a hallowed bastion of weaponry, power, and knowledge that Rhea believes would be able to turn the tides in her favor. However, the question now remains about the timelines. Before, you had the knowledge that yours was prime, but now you've come to find out that's not quite the case. You're just one of 2 remaining timelines. Question is, which one would last? Yours or theirs? Questions that I'll leave up in the air, as the whole party is basically seated and chilling on Christina's summit at this point. I'll go ahead and unpause.
I was just gonna say, I thought Christina said we were the last timeline.
Only 2 remained. She believes yours to be the chosen timeline, or something of the sort.
Oh, okay.
Her dice were thrown in your direction.
Don't mind if we just take a quick little 8 hours right now. Are we good with that?
Well, that's the other thing. Rhea will make note that they were already traveling towards Kintyre. It's on the outskirts, and as you recall with this area, there's often ways that the water spin counterclockwise or clockwise, depending on how far in you get and how close to Mephistar you get, creating a roaring, surging sea of snow, ice, and water. They had been traveling clockwise against the counterclockwise flow of this outer layer. It would have taken them weeks, at least, to reach Kintyre. It was one they were headed to. However, Rhea would point out that since you've got Destiny Breaker, you could just fly there probably in a day and a half. She'd have to check her notes. So I will give you that piece of information if you're thinking about taking a rest. Is that you do have some traveling ahead of you before that time.
Does the ship need maintenance?
Oh, yeah. I think I did like 100 and some damage to that thing. But I mean, it's been determined that with a day of nothing, the team can fully repair it between Jillian's character Flux, John's Milk Race, and I think Kieran, even with Isaac, you might have had to chip in a little bit when the dices were rolled. But when we were looking at the numbers, the minimum was better than the maximum, so a day of doing nothing, you can certainly repair the ship.
Do we want to do that? Take a day, repair the ship, and then go on to Kintyre?
Yeah, I think we probably need to, because if we run into another thing like that, and Alec will point at the adjudicator, the ship's not going to last.
Yep.
The only... Sorry, go ahead.
It wasn't that important. I was just going to say, so Adjudicator's still here. He's just like... They're just like hovering and staring at us.
Oh, right. I had him at the 10-foot height. Let me fix that. Because it was people on the ship and all that stuff. He's just... Honestly, they're just standing there near Rhea and near Zerial.
So remind me, they're here to protect something, right? Adjudicator? They here to protect Zerial and Rhea?
Rhea's gonna look towards Flux as she's questioning these things and give a bit of a nod of her head. After we fell down to the second lair, after we retreated, we prayed to any gods, any beings, anyone for help. Destitute and lost as we were, we begged. She looks toward Judicator very slowly, and then back to Flux. And that's what they sent us.
Zerial, I'll turn to this version of Zerial. And I'll be like, so, you look a little different from the last time we saw you.
Zerial, using her... Why am I moving diagonally when I push over?
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. I pushed the right arrow and she started moving diagonal down left. It's what? I looked at my keyboard even to make sure I'm pushing the right button. It's gonna be a day. As you question, Zerial takes a few moments as her form shifts and twists, shrinking down using her natural ability to shape change, available to the Archduke. Reaching down to your size, she squints her eyes a bit and then looks back towards Rhea. Ask her sometime. She has my allegiance.
I'll just look at fake Rhea.
She'll give a firm nod of her head, sort of squint her eyes. She made me lose my home. I haven't forgiven her for that yet. And if we should ever bring it back, Maybe the end the gods will take her back, but until then, she's not getting her sword back. She needs to earn that right to hold it above her head again. In my eyes, she's lost it. Implying that, unlike your Elturel, Rhea's wasn't saved. And with 20 long years passing for her, you know it would have long since sunk into the depths of Avernus. Seems Rhea holds Zariel responsible for that.
And does she have the sword? Like, where is the sword?
Judicator wields the sword of Zariel.
Oh, right, okay.
Rhea wields an apocalypse longsword and a massive shield.
I knew she didn't have it because I remember the apocalypse blade since I threw it away. But
yeah, you boomeranged it. She's like, oh yeah, I still got a shield.
I think I forgot the Judicator had it because of the panic.
So that gives you an idea of what binds them together. Whether it's duty or pain that holds Zariel at this point. You notice your own Zariel, in her elven body, has a somewhat saddened look on her face as she takes in this small message. You all might recall ages ago, when you had the option of dealing with Zariel, Lulu asked you to give her another chance. So you offered up her sword to her, and it provided her salvation. Rhea seems unwilling for this Zariel, since she lost Elturel.
Never thought we would need a therapist subclass in D&D, but here we are. So, no, I just answered my own question by thinking about it for a second. Never mind.
Oh, I don't actually have the right NPC in there for him. 1 second, let me swap them onto the battlefield correctly. See what I mean by it gave me her instead for their token?
Alright.
Very glitchy stuff. But don't mind me, I'm just doing stuff in the background.
Do we reckon it's safe enough to rest here, or should we maybe find a quieter spot? Well, no, it's pretty isolated here. We should be alright.
Lulu would speak up. Well, that Christina lady, bless her heart and soul, she was frozen here for God know how long, and no one ever messed with her. Though Lulu will look over towards the new trio and give a smirk. Well, except you three. Oh my word. Rhea, who's still tending to her wounds, however, you know, after going toe-to-toe with Flux, triggering Flux's "oh my god, I'm going to die" response, and then getting beaten into the ground because the DM can only roll so many 20s, let's be honest here. As much as I'd love to continue running him down, that was destiny at work. Still kicked her ass. She's gonna lean back against the rocks for a minute and look around and look towards the ship and then back to the group of you. Where we're going is heavily guarded. A mighty, mighty mountain floating in the ocean. And though its bottom doesn't touch the water, very strange. You'll need to decide what you're going to do, she adds as she looks again towards the damaged ship. They have a considerable volume of defense at the front gate, and I don't know what inside of their tunnels. But we could go to the opposite side of that mountain, and we could blast a hole clean through it and tunnel our way in with that mighty ship. But I'm sure It would be Destiny Breaker's last flight if we did such a thing. DM holds up a finger and says, for anyone who knows Chrono Trigger, you remember that scene where they're like, you can use a potch and break through Lavos' shell, but you lose a potch?
Goddamn.
That's my reference for Chrono Trigger. Could avoid all the fighting and combat of trying to sneak your way in.
Right. So, Kintyre. It's this magical place full of secrets, weapons, power.
I'm pretty sure Isaac's probably drooling every time the word comes up. Not Kieran, specifically his wizard Isaac. And if John's previous wizard was still here as well, that old man Nimbar would just be as well drooling over the thought.
Once we find what we're looking for in there, where are we going after that? Because maybe that will determine if we will need the ship.
Zariel, the Archduke, would look over towards Alec and nod her head at that point and say, I suppose then we'll determine which world we stand in, and whose first lair we'll be returning to.
Right. So, last we were aware, Dusty, as we've been calling him, is on our lair.
Yep.
We got to, so presumably we want to take him out first. So otherwise, there'll be nothing to fight on your Avernus.
And recent conversations with Gargoth and Mephisto indicate that Dusty is considerably close to conquering Avernus.
Yeah.
I mean, part of me wants to say, you might be thinking you're getting close to the end of the game, but you're level 19. So you know.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me.
I don't know. I don't really want to say goodbye to the ship, but I mean, what kind of defenses are we looking like going through here? How many pit fiends, Baylors,
Ray gives us
God knows what else.
bit of a squint of her eyes, looks over towards Alec. When you all retrieved the sword, did you have to go through this horrible scab that was defended by monsters?
Yes.
It looks similar, but a little more rigid, and Mephisto's troops, they're a little stronger than what you'd find in higher lairs, but something like that I'm imagining by the look. Saw a few at the entrance, but there were numerous fiends all throughout the area.
Okay. I mean, we can take our ship in a bottle, so it's not like we need to leave it anywhere.
The reference he made was you had to essentially use the ship to punch the hole through, which would destroy the ship, obliterate the ship in the process.
Oh yeah, no, I'm weighing up, like, punching through versus fighting our way through. I'm Not sure. So tough call to make. What do you guys think?
It's.
Because I don't know. Because the ships, for moving around fast after we get what we're looking for, if we're going to take the fight to Negadusty, like moving faster than he can would, or his troops can, would be useful. But we could. It would be. I don't know how much of a slog it would be to get through to Kintyre. Otherwise.
Jade being the most attached to the ship would suggest, didn't Dusty's troops have the ships? So couldn't we steal one of theirs?
Lulu
The
would speak
thing-
up, yeah, but I got the horrible pinky flippy color. It's all flippy backwards. I don't like it. And folds her arms. Lulu being sentimental to this ship, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm tempted to keep the ship, because I don't know. Like, if we need to trek across Avernus once we get out of Kintyre, like I don't think we've got any other way to really do like sustained fast travel. Like I think it would be me and Nilcrate's the only one who can fly for any length of time.
Lulu headbutts you.
Oh, and Lulu.
She nods happily and smiles.
You don't so much as fly as rocket, Lulu, 'cause you're a hell of a lot faster than anyone else here.
She gives the wink and nods. Oh, I carry 3 of you too, so it won't be a big problem.
Yeah.
For comparison's sake, I do have Lulu's mammoth, as always as a ready mini.
Yeah. Jeez, Alan, you're asking us to, if we want to throw away something we've pulled out of more scrapes and it's had any right to survive.
I always thought it was a rough decision in Chrono Trigger. More than happy to redo it in a game of D&D. As my big reference to Chrono Trigger, it's like, sure, you can shortcut this part of the hard part of the game, but it's going to cost you something dear to you.
I should get around to finishing that one day.
Oh man. Then you get New Game Plus and there's 12 other endings.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's awesome. I love me some Chrono Trigger.
Now I want to go pull it out. Thanks a lot.
Do it. You will not regret it.
Just avoid the PlayStation version because its load times are something to behold.
Oh, but those cutscenes.
Oh, they're cool, but it's just like you spend so much time waiting for the game to load, right? Like,
unfortunately, the easiest official / legal way to get it is the PlayStation Store.
there are the cuts. Like, it's not all bad. There are the cutscenes as mentioned, but like it's just that it's going to take longer to load.
If you have the time capacity ability, 3DS version. But otherwise, I boot up my Super Nintendo, because oh yeah. I left the team with a horrible choice here. Out of all the bad decisions I've given you to make, this is definitely one of my top 5.
Yeah. Gillian, what do you think?
I don't know. The options are speed through all the bad guys and go straight to the source, but the ship's gone, or trudge through how many days worth of fighting people to get to where we need to go? Weeks, even?
Of indeterminate army size.
It's
Fight a whole army, or I passed it. Guys, we're good, but I don't know if we can withstand an army. I don't really want to sacrifice the ship either.
I agree. I hate agreeing. Like, it's emotionally, I want to say, like, we really need to look out for the ship. But then, like, you know what I mean? It's like, but can we...
Here's an idea.
Can we pull that off? Like, are we sure?
The ship is built upon a magical sword. Could we have Isaac examine said magical sword and use the wish spell to make a copy of it?
Potentially losing wish in the process.
That's what a simulacrum is for. You have the Book of the Distilled Tongue. You copy a wish into it. You use wish from the Book of the Distilled Tongue. Your simulacrum will still have the wish spell. Therefore, the simulacrum can use the wish, but the simulacrum potentially loses the chance to use wish ever again. But a simulacrum can never regain the wish spell once used.
Yeah.
And then the DM gets cruel and says all future simulacrums you use never get to use wish ever again either, since that being in Conqueror has lost itself. But then I'm getting into tricky rules and being an asshole. Let's be honest. But that's high-level game conditions for you. Outside of that, Archduke Zariel will speak up and give a nod and say, with the group size that we have, a couple of us could definitely create a distraction against the army. Enough for you to sneak in for those who remain.
That's a good option, but you guys have already lost so much. I don't know how I feel about asking you to do that, or perhaps maybe I could, or me and like another, it doesn't have to be you guys, but...
You're Zariel. Puts a hand on Flux's shoulder. I like where you're going with that concept. She nods once at Rhea and says, I could probably go with them. And Rhea here could HUD with you. That way we have the two sides of everybody.
What's your way out? How do you get away if you get overwhelmed?
Imagine that they just hop on the back of the Judicator and he'll zoom out of there.
Zariel snorts a laugh. Archduke Zariel does not. She looks towards Judicator very slowly and then back towards Alec and then chuckles a soft laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you faster than him?
She shakes her head. Oh, no, it's just an interesting plan.
What, you just don't run away?
Judicator doesn't, no. Not often, never. Of course,
Alright.
She mutters lightly. I've never seen anyone who can stand against Judicator in combat.
Maybe that's the way to go. Yeah, the free divine-ish,
Free Shavaka?
godly-ish being. Yeah, the free Shavakadus create a distraction. They start hurling pits at everyone. We sneak in the back. I'm pretty confident that the Judicator and Zariel will be, or Zariels will be good enough to kick up a fuss, then get the hell out of Dodge. Especially if Don't say that out loud.
As Alec is pondering, yours, Ariel, will put a hand on your shoulder and nod and smile and say, "On the name of the Martina household, I will certainly do it," and hits your chest once, giving you a wink as she does so.
Okay, yep. Give a wink back. Alright. Well, that sounds like the plan that's got the most enthusiasm. So let's rest up, fix this ship, and get ready. Get ready for this shindig.
And I will point out while you're taking this rest, yours, Ariel, who looks as an elf during this time, realizing the other Zariel, Rhea, do not recognize her, immediately starts going by the name Ilmatar Martina. Checking into this, and you won't have to roll insight checks or anything like that, Zariel will admit it was a last-minute decision since they don't know who she is. That's probably for the best strategically. She'll be able to watch them without bias that way, and still be ready in case the need arises for her to require to feather. But as of right now, she's kind of going, well, if they don't know who I am, that's probably better. So everyone gets a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And Zariel also says, quite firmly, well, Miss Martina says, quite firmly, Zariel can tell if you are lying. I can tell if you are lying. Don't lie to her as we hold up this lie. Good luck. She can't tell if I'm lying, though.
Okay. Alright, that's good. That's why I didn't want to say the feather thing out loud, because I was like, nope, shut up.
Since no one gave out your Zariel's info, I dropped that as an extra bit, just so you have that ace in the hole.
So don't reveal anything we don't have to. Yeah.
So now the question is, split the party or break the ship?
Alright, I think we're going for the split the party option. Maybe mitigating in a little bit here, Alan. But I know if I was DM, I would prefer that I don't have to run 4 NPCs and would rather just run the one.
Oh, what are you talking about? I would make players run NPCs.
Alright, that being said, well, you're chatting.
Grace is like dragging the ship over through the air since it floats, and he's already working on repairs. Like, y'all done yet?
Yeah.
Now, whether or not you want to go through that repair process, because if the team's just going to nuke the ship anyway, repairs would be wasted.
Nilcase would still do it.
You what?
Also, it gives me a chance to make sure I've inputted these correctly. Because, like, the first time, I did not.
If we're going to have to say goodbye to the ship, she should go out looking her best.
Yeah.
But we're going with the plan where we'll might get to keep it.
Yeah.
Plan B is this is too difficult. Let's bail and nuke the ship.
Yeah.
But let's keep our options open.
Okay, there we go. That worked. Tried to be fancy, didn't work. The ship is going to heat. Hold on.
Sorry.
That was perfect, Julian.
My text down, I apologize.
John's like, I heal the ship. So that was perfect. Like, you have no idea.
Yeah, 22, 37 total.
Alrighty. It regains 37 health. It's still seriously damaged.
Yeah.
It had about 150 HP, and we did about 100 damage to it. And when I say we, I mean Judicator.
Yeah, I do not have Fabricate. All I have is Mend currently.
Oh, and I'm going to give a hat tip to you, John, and I'm going to give you a point of inspiration from last week before I forget. Because there was a moment where, while you were fighting Judicator, they teleported away from your character and then attacked the ship, and you immediately spoke up. DM, did you read my character sheet? And I was like, I did not. But since I countered something so perfectly, you get a point of inspiration, because that's just perfect.
Jillian, I assume you used yours, correct?
I have to check. I don't know.
I think you did.
I did, yeah.
Alright, so I already have one, so I'll give you mine.
Thank you.
I think pretty much everyone has an inspiration point.
I think... No, I spent mine.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Bellamy's sitting there tuning up her violin a bit. She's like, I'd share with mine, but I'm not actually here, so that would be very rude to my player. And she continues to tune her violin.
Yeah, I think... last session was a rare instance of us using it.
Unfortunately, like, I was going to use mine, and then Alan's like, teleport.
Yep. Summon Big Bad does a thing, and one character rushes right up to them. Big Bad's like, oh, you're clearly a frontline tank. I'm not dealing with you. Teleport. And it's like, wait a second. This bad guy has a brain? Big one. Big IQ. Big brain time.
That's not allowed.
Wait.
I'll be honest, they were going to kill Jade. That was target number one. For a very simple reason you can probably guess, Dan.
Yep.
You were on the stick.
He's a pilot, yeah. Makes sense.
Is it that, or is it just because Death has a personal relationship with Jade?
Yeah, Death's like, hey Jade, it's been a while. Let's rendezvous.
Yeah.
Jay just appears, he's sitting at a table, Death has a Jenga set up, and he's like, you might be a while, your turn.
Oh man, don't challenge the high dexterity rogue to Jenga. That's not gonna go well, Death.
It's Death's at least CR 50.
True.
Oh my. So then, the ship's getting some repair work done, which can be assisted by anyone, of course. It's up to the party if you want to take your rest now. I will remind you, rest time has to be done at midnight because you did align your clocks back to normal. So you're not technically eligible for a long rest for about another 12 hours.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We have a bag of holding with like scrap parts, right?
Oh yeah,
From way back when.
I think we determined a spell or two that can even produce them.
Yeah, fabricate, but I don't have that prepared. That's the problem.
Fair.
But like between that and mending and like regular smithing checks, we should be able to get a decent amount going, right?
See one of the jets on the back sort of dangling. It's like, that's good.
Well, I guess we can all chip in with the repairs and stuff before our rest. I don't know if I can do much. I don't have smithing tools or anything.
Yeah, I can. I'll definitely be spending a lot of my time helping with the ship, so.
What is my everything with smithing?
Judicator's going to casually walk over, put one foot up on the altar, and just continue to look around in a continual 360 look, like a turret, watching for things coming.
Guys, I figured out how I can help with the ship. I can heat metal. Yay!
Oh. Just like.
Yeah.
Oh, I could let's see. I could conjure a bunch of madcaps. No, not madcaps, redcaps to help fix the ship. They love fixing ships.
No. It was the Kenku who did the repairs.
Would I be able to help out repairing things using mending, or?
Yep.
Because I can do mending. I can do mending all day.
Oh, I thought Duga. Oh, Duga just cleans the ship.
Yeah.
Duga.
I think mending was one that we said wasn't strong enough. Well, John, help me out on this one. It's been a while since I've done repairs.
So
You
we said mending wasn't strong enough to just do straight repair by itself, as it's a cantrip.
Exactly.
However, between that, smithing checks, and like scrap parts, like we should still be able to repair it manually quicker than it normally would. Until we get to the point where we have Fabricate available to us.
Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'll cast mending and just the whole ship's better. But you know what I mean? Like
it's
I
like
could use it like a tool.
Cubic foot of area. At best, it'd give you advantage on the checks for the blacksmithy work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what it means is that he would be able to assist Flux to do part of it, while I could do it like another section by myself, so we could have 2 people repairing it instead of the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely not like Fabricate, but I mean it's something at the very least.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since since we've had to fix a ship this thoroughly. What do I roll again for my smith check?
I think we're rolling strength, is it not?
Just 1 second here.
You do have smithing tools, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
I'm proficient with smith's tools.
In order to do repairs to any of these war machines, you must meet the following criteria. Can't operate it while making repairs. Must be within reach, and must have the right tools for the job, smith or tinkering. To restore hit points, you can spend 1 hour or more trying to patch the hull, replacing damaged parts. Vehicle must be stationary, and the creature must have the spare parts to make necessary repairs. After 1 hour of repair work, you make a dexterity check, DC 15, adding proficiency bonus to the check if you're proficient with the tools to make repairs. Success gives 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So it's an hour for 2d4 plus 2 if you pass a DC 15 dex check, which you can add your proficiency to. And you have advantage with a wizard casting mend.
Yeah, and then like with myself like doing the other side, it should like speed that up, right? Since we're working on 2 sides at once.
So how many I can roll the dexterity checks right now, but how many do you want me to roll?
That's the thing. John, with your character, you're using the repair, fabricate sort of things?
I have mending plus smithing tools. So, like, I'm doing kind of, like, the same stuff they are.
You can make a check with your smithing tools, but you're not able to split your focus between that and mending. Mending would just accentuate. You'd need a second player to assist in order to gain aid to get advantage on those rolls. But by all means, you can do a smithy check as well. You'd just be 2 different people on 2 different sides of the ship working on it.
Exactly, that's kind of what I was saying.
But
you do want to do it like that?
Yeah, because you guys can work on one side, I can work on the other. So we can double the, like increase the speed we repair the ship.
Okay. So plus 8.
With advantage, because I'm assisting you.
Right, okay. I'm just going to roll.
I don't know how I don't have it on this character, but Milk Crates definitely has picked up smithing tools in the past, so I'm just adding it.
Tinkering works too, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's true too. He does have that. But I mean, Milk Crates definitely would have picked that up. I mean, that and he can just make any equipment he needs.
So if I want to roll 2d20 plus 8, it would be /r 2d20 plus 8, right?
KH at the very end. Here, I'll type it in as a quotation mark so you can see it. I think you might have beat me to it, though. No, it only got you the 1d20 on that one. Oh, that was Milk Crace. My bad.
Yeah, that's not correct, though. Mine should be, actually should be 31. because I have advantage on all tools I'm proficient with.
Mm.
It can be /R2. It doesn't have to be /roll, does it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, /R is like a shorthand.
Yep.
Oh, it's exactly the same. So I passed my first check.
Yep. Every time you pass a check, it's 2d4 plus 2 hit points back.
Okay.
2d4 plus 4?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Oh, plus 2.
So that's actually, the last one was supposed to be a 3. So it's 8. 8 on Flex's first check. So I get to roll another one, right?
6 and 8, yep, and that's an hour forward in time.
Did anyone else want to do something as we're repairing? Just
I don't really know what I can do. I guess I'll make everyone some lunch or dinner.
That 13 turns into a 21. So I passed my second one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Because as of right now, the ship's at 51 out of 150 as we go into the second run.
So that's another 10 hit points from Flex. Should I do another one?
and another 7 for ducats.
Oh, it does say Smith's Tools' strength.
Oh, whoops!
No, it says on the sub. I think it's not.
Yeah,
I don't think it's what you rolled. I think.
Yeah, you can use it differently, but I mean, like, so that should have actually only been a 30 some odd, 33.
Yep, because it's Dex checks for this.
Yeah, but I'm assuming a 33 is more than enough.
Yeah, well, DC 15, you already know that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You just gotta beat that 15. So long as you beat that, you can both add on. We've gone 2 hours in. The ship's at 68 out of 150 health.
So do you want me to do another one, guys? Yes? Keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's definitely a pass.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? It's 103 out of 150. I forgot its base health that it still had from getting its butt kicked.
Well, yeah, I just got a 21 plus 8, so that's another 2d8 or 2d4.
I can't fail.
Lex definitely can. Say another 9. Should I roll check number 4? I don't want to keep rolling unless Alan gives me the green light.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wait for the other ones to pop up as well.
Sure.
119 out of 150. As it goes to almost, it's getting pretty late now.
Oh, we did include like the 3 repairs that.
Yep, I jumped those up. It was 30 some at the very start.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Another one?
9 plus 8, though, that's 17, so I do pass.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Barely, but I do.
Wait, so you rolled a 1 there?
Yeah, but I have advantage because Kieran's helping me.
Oh, okay, but.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just.
Yep, that's okay.
Yeah, no. All right. So, I'm just going to not roll because I can't fail, right? Is that okay with you, Alan?
Yep. Brings it to 132 out of 150 as another hour goes by.
Did you get my 7 there, Alan?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I'll do another check then.
Oh. No.
Have a thought? Have something?
Oh, wait, it's plus 6. It's not plus 8. I still think that passes, though.
Yeah,
I think it passes at
9 and 6,
just 15.
I was kind of tempted to go into the distance a little bit and plant a magical bean and see what pops up.
That also passes. I gotta stop rolling those though.
Don't worry. I'm sitting there waiting. If you do like roll below a 7, I can always flash of genius you, right?
Okay.
And that brings us
So
to
this is-
146 out of 150.
Okay, so I can do one more. Why don't you just do it, John? Because you don't have to roll for it.
Yeah, and the minimum we can get is 4. So
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll jump another hour, and that gives back the remaining health.
Perfect.
Alan, can I plant a bean?
Oh, yeah. That took 8 hours for the characters to do that, so by all means.
Very
Okay,
good.
let's see how this goes. I'll display in here, and then I'll roll my D100.
Me and Fergus are gonna take a pee break. I'll be right back.
Yep.
As he gets that him getting restless. I can
Sounds
hear
like
him knocking against stuff. Alright,
30.
30.
That's actually pretty good.
Fergus.
Let me see here.
Okay,
As the ground twitches and rumbles, and the world all describes, so just give me some pop-ups. As the ground twitches and rumbles and twists and turns, the ice and snow mix together to create what appears to be a statue of Alec rising up slowly from the snow. His exact likeness in every single given way. As the eyes suddenly sprout over it, it looks towards you and it just yells, "Oi, what you got on with you little fucking get out of here! I'll whoop your ass."
Huh. It's like the brother I never had.
Oh yeah, you wish. You kiss my bahookie, you tatty clamper.
The fuck you calling a tatty clampet?
You heard me.
I fucking heard you fucking hear me. You practical puppet.
Oh, right. I see we get. Oh, hey, why don't you just like kiss me ass here? Hold on, I actually got a good one. As he twitches angrily at you. You know what? At one time I took a shite, and I was pretty sure it looked just like you. So what do you think of that, Mr. Pajama-wearing, basket-faced, slipper-wielding, clipe-drooping blocker, getting up and blathering ma, blathering glomel, Jesse off-looking, schooner noff, pluky shan, milk-drinking, soy-face, schlit-pilth, mim-mooth-sniveling, warm-eyed, hot-and-black, vile, stoogie, kylie, break, tatty.
you know you look exactly like him, right?
That's
He just
Samurai
shoots a glare
Jack,
at you.
isn't it?
Yeah, right from Samurai Jack for the Scotsman's insult. He's gonna look over, blink once, and then back and say, "Aye, and your friend ain't got no good vision either. Think me look like you are on him."
Alec just sticks up his middle finger, which is the ring of freedom of movement on it. Say, come over here and say that.
He looks
Huh?
down at his feet, which are glued to the ground, looks up, he says, "You ain't too bright, are you?"
So I mean that probably kills a good hour or something. It becomes an enemy after 24 hours. So this could
Yep.
this could be my project for the night.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Can I plant another bean next to it? 'Cause imagine if I got the statue again and I had
230s.
two statues
Go for
arguing
it.
with each other.
And actually,
Okay.
it's surprised it took me a second to find that insult. I thought it'd be quicker.
92. What does 92 do?
Pretty damn
Oh
high.
no. Oh no.
What does
Thanks.
92 do?
The pyramid.
The gigantic pyramid, 60-foot square base bursts upward suddenly, taking the statue with it as he flies up into the air. Cursing your name down as he goes, he's like, "What? What in the nine hells are you doing here? I'm gonna get you, stupid little bleak time.
I just put you on a pedestal.
And he's gone. Gone up into the skies, this gigantic pyramid of ice and stone charges up in front of you. You see a little sign above the door that says side quest ... question mark. DM blinks and scratches the back of his head, says, yeah, I could probably pull up a map for this, certainly, if you wanted to do a side trek. Out of all the random things to have pop up.
Do we want a side quest, guys?
I imagine Alec just gets some dirty looks as the rest of the group looks over and goes, "What did you do?"
Yeah, I mean, like, milk crates would have been like that, but John's wondering, do you guys want a side quest? I feel like the map won't be quite Ellen's normal standards, but you know, I don't think he was prepared for this.
I got some maps made up, but I mean, it's only about this big. If it's a 60-foot base pyramid, you're literally talking go in, kill one or two things, come out.
There's a treasure.
And treasure.
Flex is always down for killing things.
I mean, I guess after we finish repairing the ship, I can just go, guys, I fixed tonight's entertainment. A mummy lord. I've no idea what...
We fought one before.
Was it a while ago? I can't remember how strong and such they are.
They have that mummy rot thing, which is shitty. But
we have removed disease.
I think we do, yeah.
This time we actually do.
Okay, good.
I don't think I have it prepared, but we'd have it for tomorrow at the very least.
Okay. Well, I feel like I've disrupted the plans enough for just now, so maybe I should stop.
Oh wow, this isn't working. Very odd. Haha! I do have a map that would work. So I mean, if y'all wanted a side trek, by all means, we could do her.
Should.
Are you cool with it?
Well, random stuff comes up. And, as I always say, my worlds are very fluid. I didn't expect Dean to roll high 90s, though, but if you wanted to take a romp through a mummy's pyramid, by all means.
How does everyone else feel? Like, a Flux will go in, but that doesn't mean that we have to.
Yeah. We should explore a thing and, see where that takes us.
I mean, we can't let the evil live.
Rhea slowly gets up on her feet. Seems to be wavering a little bit, and Lulu sort of puts a hand on it. Oh, you be careful there. I only healed up a little bit of what you can take. And Rhea nods and says, maybe we should take a nap first or something.
I
mean, Rhea probably could have taken a short rest during the
Rhea definitely could have slept while we were fixing the ship.
Rhea gives a glare towards Zariel and towards the Judicator. Says, I ain't got that... Oh, wait, hang on. I have a button for this. I ain't got that fancy regenerative capacity. My wounds just don't magically close on their own super quick.
Do you want some healing there, Rhea? Is that what's going on right now?
She's at negative 329 in comparison to her normal health, so you...
Just maybe a little bit of healing.
And she has like 71 health and she's near death. Because I was like, well, if you're going to go toe-to-toe with Flux, you got to have some health. And then Rhea's like, oh, thank you. And Flux like, not no more. Shaves it all off in 3 turns. It's like, shit.
All right. Okay.
It's basically the DM's way of leaning in and reminding the party you haven't had a long rest yet before jumping on this dungeon.
Yeah. Milk Crates will hand her a little spider. Just press that a couple times.
Does it make a squeaky sound like a squeeze toy?
No, it's a little mechanical one.
She'll give it a squeeze.
So it's going to be my spell sortium, which has cure wounds, level 2 cure wounds in it.
Okay.
So
give me
she
some
heals
rolls for that.
14.
Let's see here.
and she can click it up to 12 times. and when she clicks it the first time, it like jumps, goes over to like one of the cuts, and kind of quickly stitches it together.
Probably makes a comment like that is not comfortable. So if you want to take care of some healing or powering up, I have to quickly take a look at another map.
So if we're just short resting right now, is that the?
That's about the best you're going to get out of this.
Yeah.
Unless you want to take the time to wait for a long rest. Lulu will speak up. Well, I mean, it's a pyramid. They've been here for thousands of years. It's not like it just popped up, right, Dean? And you hear from way above. And Lulu laughs a little.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. And Alec is quickly putting a pouch of beans back in his belt.
Not what I meant to do.
Where the heck did they...
There. There.
So, started at -3.
Oh my.
There it is. Didn't show the first time. This looks a bit large, so...
Damn it.
That's a little small.
Do we have her health? No.
Did I make it that you can observe her own on her? Give me a second. I'll quickly edit up Rhea.
I just don't see her character sheet at all. I was just trying to figure out how much health she had.
She will be under the NPCs folder. I have made everyone an owner of Rhea Mantelmort, El Terrell's Last Light, and thank God I made a D&D Beyond character for her. I was able to re-import. It didn't work. She's only got... Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
4 out of 4. Okay. Oh, you posted her stats earlier, so
yep.
I can see.
I've got the sheet on D&D Beyond. I broke another one on me.
So, alright, so...
Hey, Fergus. Come on then, pal.
She had 400.
Just push the door open, bud.
So I had 400. Took
Papa, I
329.
can't. Papa, I can't do it. You have to let me in, Papa.
Come on then, Fergus. Come on. He's in a weird mood.
Yeah, he is.
Huh. Just realised Alec is not on the map. He's.
Oh, I
it's not.
you when I moved your dragon out.
It's not important. This is.
I see you.
Oh really?
Yeah, right here.
I don't. Maybe I need to reload.
You're like right beside Jade. If you see Jade,
I can see Jade. I can't see myself.
so
Weird. I'll reload to see if that works. But it's not a big deal for this. Is like our rest area map.
Well, we're going to be doing a quick rest area map. Since you're all in the process now of traveling or moving, because... Oh, wait, no, you're not. What am I doing? I didn't expect a magical pyramid to pop up out of nowhere, you know what I mean? But that's fine. I'd say I didn't expect something like that to happen, but I prepped for random things, and wow, Foundry's not working now. I have to hit F5.
Jeez.
And just while
Talk
you're all
about
getting
bringing Bellamy level chaos to a session.
Yep. It's like, summoned a
Oh, there we
pyramid.
go. I see myself now.
There we go, now it's working. I've noticed an interesting glitch with the most recent version of Foundry. If you're using the wall creation tool to put in lighting effects, sometimes when you're using the control click option, it just stops working correctly. And the only way to get around that is by hitting F5 to reload. So I give you all that warning for when it comes up. Because as of right now, I am map building on another map, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Alan.
No worries. I have some things up my sleeves every now and again when I need them.
Oh dear. How many healing spells are left for Rhea?
So that was the last of my cure wounds. So she's at 272 out of 400 now.
272, okay.
Not bad, all things considered.
She's sort of blinking like, I still feel winded.
272 out of 400. That's more than Flux, right?
She does have more health than Flux.
She has nearly double health to Flux.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Listen, guys, guess what I'm listening to?
Go to Nature Steve.
It's from it's the subtitle that really makes it when the whole party's down and your bard is up.
Yes. Oh, I've seen that meme. I mean, I've seen that scene where that's from,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's a perfect
I've
fit
seen
for
it.
that.
I've seen it several times. It's just every time I watch it, it always makes me so happy. So I figured I'd share it with you guys.
I love it. That's a really good one.
So
I said that as you, but I meant to say that as Rhea. She's 272 out of 400, means missing 128 health.
okay, right, and Flux and Jade, do you have hit dice left to spend?
Yeah, I do. Could I have taken a short?
That's what we're
have
doing.
Just took a short rest, yeah.
Oh, we are. Okay, sorry.
Just before we head
Distracted.
into the pyramid.
Yeah, I think I have all my hit point or my hit die actually. Let me double check.
Because if anyone's
I'm fine. I'm okay.
lagging a bit, I can do some healing before I hit the short rest button. I just try to see where.
I mean, I'll take one if you want to, because that could save me like a hit die. But I'm not too worried about it, just because I think I've already used second wind, so that's usually what I'll do before I take a short rest.
Okay. I will. Okay, before short rest, then I'll go Super Saiyan into the form of the chalice, so I can squeeze out some extra doodads. I'm also gonna, when I short rest, I'm gonna attune to the ring of free action rather than the prayer beads.
Yeah, already.
So let's see. We'll do so it's 23 back to Flux, plus up for grabs is also another 11 hit points, and then because I'm using my moon sickle, be an extra D4.
Does Flux have dark vision?
I have goggles of night.
Okay, perfect. And Isaac, how about you?
Would have dark vision?
Yeah.
He's a half elf, so.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
I knew everyone else did. I just wasn't certain about.
Oh yeah. No worries.
All right. So, did you get that healing back, Jillian?
I took the first one, but I wasn't sure where the 22 was going.
Well, so you get 23 plus 3, so you get 26 backs, and then there's also 11 there that can go to you or someone else.
Oh, right. So I did take the first one, because you said it was for me, so I definitely already healed that. But then it was the second one that you rolled that I wasn't sure if I should take or not, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's injured. So I just was letting somebody else take it, because I have a ton of hit die.
Right, so I may as well just take it. I think everyone,
Okay.
everyone else is good at dice.
If everyone is good, I will take it, but... Alright, everyone's quiet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. I will take my short rest.
I was tempted to have Rhea look over like, huh? But with her health level, she's just soaking it up.
Yeah. She did just get back a fair chunk of her health.
You're half injured, Rhea, but you have about 20 more hit points than Flux at half health. You're fine.
Only rolled one. Interesting.
Might have to overstretch that. Okay, there we go. What do I got left?
I don't think I actually get anything back on a short rest, but we'll just double check.
I get my freaking Super Saiyans back. I'm looking forward to... Well, I mean, who doesn't look forward to level 20? But see, not having to worry about wild shape. Like, it's two uses per short rest, but I feel like once you get to like the high teens, it should be like, yeah, just wild shape. It's fine.
Burn him if you got him.
The problem is you can really break the game with those. Looking at you, 3.5.
He says,
Like,
from the
not
seat of an
every
artificer.
single wizard class can break the game.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I just... Yeah.
Let him have it! It's the only thing that druids get!
I think there's what? How many in-games items is there for a druid? Like, that's really for a druid. There's the staff, the dragon scale, then the moon sickle, and then like a cauldron, and then maybe like a cloak or something. There's like 5 distinct druid items in the whole edition.
Yeah. It's I mean, you look at Tasha's and it's like, here, like, Druid and Warlock, you get a couple items you get to share. Sorcerer, you get an item, that's cool. And Wizard, we've like given you like 15 new items because, you know, you were so undersupplied. We really needed to make sure.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm sorry it wasn't enough. We'll try more. We'll give you more soon.
I'm surprised if they just made a splat book that was only Wizard features at one point, just because. Like,
Strixhaven.
Guess so, huh?
Also, have you seen
A wizard skill.
Have you seen some of the Strixhaven spells?
They're explicitly like not well balanced, right? Like compared to like other stuff. That's what I've heard. I haven't looked at Strixhaven much.
I've heard Silvery Barbs was contentious.
Silvery Barbs is insane.
Mm-hmm. Very strong.
Flux is back to full, in case anyone was wondering. I used 4 hit die.
Nice.
Perfect.
Let's see. You magically distract a creature. Oh.
What in the hell? Damn it, Foundry.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of advantage economy for a first level reaction spell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, look, it has no save. That's cool. That's something. Especially on higher levels, we're gonna do that like so much. A wizard could do that, make that a signature spell. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
I need to reread it. What does that actually do? Something like make someone re-roll or something?
So, if someone hits
I have it open if you want me to just read it, guys.
Yeah, if you want.
So it's a reaction which you take when a creature within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. And then the description is, you magically distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must roll a d20 and use the lower roll. You can then choose a different creature you can see within range. You can choose yourself. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes within 1 minute. So a whole combat. A creature can be empowered by only one use of this spell at a time.
Mm-hmm. So
it just costs a reaction, and
yeah, it's essentially you get disadvantage on that after you've seen you've already succeeded. So I don't potentially waste this, and you get advantage on your next thing, and and there's no save involved, and it's a first level spell, and it's a reaction.
I call it the opener. So you get advantage, and you get advantage, and you get screwed.
Yeah, it's like it's also just an insanely good reaction ability for a first level spell. Like it gives like a really good low level reaction, like offensive reaction for like a spellcaster stuff.
Yeah, it will be one of my signature spells. And by that, I mean, like, all my wizards from here on out is probably going to have it.
Yeah.
Hunter's Mark requires concentration, though.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't Ranger getting a little too. It's just Hunter's Mark. It's the Hunter's Mark and also the Ranger feature, like the favorite foe feature.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh man, we wouldn't want them using them at the same time. Otherwise, they might start to approach other classes in terms of damage output.
The D4 and a D6. That's no.
Oh yeah, I know.
Silvery barbs. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just the way I play Ranger is I just drop the concentration requirement on favored foe. I just think that it's unnecessary and doesn't like solve a problem.
Kieran, that is a whole D4 of damage once per round. Are you insane?
I know. It might unbalance things a bit, but I think Ranger, could use the love of being able to use their core feature ever.
What if they crit? That's a
congratulations. Congratulations, Kieran. You also are not allowed to work at Wizard of the Coast.
That's fine. I'd rather work at Paizo anyway. So.
It's on video now. You've got no chance. Oh wow! So I thought it was just like a reroll. I didn't realize it was the advantage as well. That's
That's the thing. Like it's crazy.
I want to point out it was caught on video, and we all know that someone from Wizard of the Coast watches Alan's stream.
Oh, yeah. They have to
because they keep giving him what he needs.
They have to. They're like, I really like this idea he's doing with Sardur and all that. Let's make it canon. I'm like, no. My ideal's wild. They're like, we love it. It's canon. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm working on this for almost 4 years now. Thank you. Oh my word. So it's about
if that was available when I took Fey Touch, might pick that one.
A few of those features are just strong.
Boy.
Alright, will this work? It does work, thank God.
I'm gonna have to rearrange my desk.
I'm like rushing like a mad dog here.
No worries.
Everyone's prepping and I'm like, yep, that was all good. Give me a few more seconds.
Are you building the map out of tiles or using like I'm curious how you're building it like
you think I got time to build out of tiles right now? That ain't happening. You nuts? I found one. I have a few backups at all times.
Nice.
You making this one on Scratch for us right now, Al? Yes. I'm gonna say yes and just trick you.
I was just curious because I was like, it's impressive if you are. Like, I wasn't sure what you're doing because, like, I know from my experience that like trying to throw something together like that quickly is a difficult. So, I was, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you are not wrong.
Yeah, I think honestly, building maps has become like one of my like favorite D&D related hobbies now. I just spend so much time just building battle maps for various things, just in case.
Well, I guess we should just be grateful I didn't grow a beanstalk. That's an even worse side quest.
I'm gonna just be right back real quick. Sorry.
Well, actually, on that note, do we all want to take quick 15 minutes for lunch? Since I'm doing still a little bit of prep.
That'd be crazy talk.
Yeah, it works out well for you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's take a quick 15. We'll be back at about 10 after 12. I'll have the dungeon ready for then. I've almost got it ready now. I'm just tweaking encounters at this point so I don't just go crazy.
Thank you for letting us do a dungeon on the fly, Alan. I know it's not what you planned.
Sorry,
it's
Alan.
all good. Foundry makes it a little easy, I'll be honest. It's like, oh, the dungeon pops up. Y'all want to do a dungeon? The team's like, it sounds fun. And I'm like, give me 10 minutes. I'm not kidding. I've already got the entire mapping and all that done. At this point, I am just putting in the encounters. Heck, I've even got fancy lighting, so you'll have some good times.
I like to think that Rhea and Zariel are now slightly regretting their decision to work with us.
Probably.
They grew a what?
Rhea popping knuckles gives a slight shove to Bellamy, like, you stay out here with the rest of everybody and guard. Some of us are going into this thing. All your extra NPCs are not coming along.
That's fair.
They're gonna guard your
Bellamy,
ship and guard the things
just
outside.
make sure the ship stays fine. We just finished it. It took us 8 hours.
And worst case, if Courtney comes back in and we're still doing this one next week, Bellamy walks in. It's that simple. She'd just be like, guys, oh hi, and then we'd be good. The chaos of things, I love it. So,
Guys, I know you told me to stay by the ship, but I got bored.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You know what? I just realized Courtney's a Kender.
pretty much.
Yes, the Dragonlance halflings for legal reasons.
Yeah.
What? Why couldn't they use halfling again?
Copyrights.
Yeah.
Tolkien
I mean,
did
they
not
also
like
did
it much
change.
D&D stole, but
Yeah,
Well, I
like
know
they did
that's why
change the
it's-
personality to some degree. Like,
It's
I
know
really like the difference.
I know that's why it's like halfling instead of hobbit, but I thought halfling was fine. It was hobbit that was contentious.
yep.
Or they just want no part of it whatsoever and just went Kender.
Well, I'm not sure if I mean, like, again, the two people who created the world probably weren't involved with. I don't know. I'm curious because it is based off like their own campaign.
Yeah.
They may have changed it A for legal reason, but
Yep.
B also like they did change like the core principle, like not the core, but like they did change the personality to some degrees, right?
Yeah.
I love Kenders. I won't lie. But yeah, anyways, break time. I will be right back.
Yep, we'll see y'all in 15.
So Dan,
Yeah.
have you tried the railgunner yet?
Yeah, I tried them once. Hello?
Okay, now I can hear you. It was weird.
Okay. Yeah. It did that to you yesterday too, didn't it? Or
Yeah.
day before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did try it. It was interesting.
Fair. Have you tried the new game mode, the Simulacrum?
Yeah, I didn't get very far.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually called Simulacrum, but that's what I'm calling it.
That works. I know what you meant.
Yeah. Like I said it, and I was like, that's not the right word. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, like once you get used to the items, I can put on the artifact command, but until you know what the items do, that's actually kind of in some ways bad for you.
How do you earn those artifacts?
I can show you that. It's level 5. You have to jump to your death, but not to your death. And when you do that, there's a place where you can input them.
I think I'll start with blowing myself up.
Fair. Actually, that's a bad plan. Don't do it that way. Do both. When you do the artifacts, it restarts your run.
I'm back, but I'm just sitting on hard mute on my Yeti while I have a little drinky poo and enjoy myself. Bite of pizza.
Welcome back. But yeah, Dan, next time we're playing, just remind me you need to get artifacts.
Okay.
Because I will forget. You're missing the Merc. Who else are you missing? Void Fiend.
There was 3 of them. The one where you have to obliterate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The new guy.
Yeah.
Damn it! Now I have to load the game.
You had gotten Rex on our last run.
Maybe it's only the 2 now.
Okay.
I'm back, by the way. I've been back for a bit.
Welcome back.
As mentioned, I am here. Just waiting on Dean and Jillian. Once they're back. I may take a quick step away from my system, though, so if I'm slow to respond, it's because my microphone's wired and my headphones are wireless.
Understandable.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I had a last minute emergency there.
I hope everything's okay.
Oh yeah, just when you realise the last time you've actually went to the toilet and you're like, oh, that's too long.
Nobody else feels that way. That's just you.
No. Definitely feel that way.
No women feels that way.
Stone Alec up on top of the pyramid's like, I had told you're full of shite. Mind you, from inside of it, you're probably just hearing thump, thump, thump.
Imagine we get to the mummy lord in this pyramid and it's somehow absorbed the statue of Alec.
Oh my. Comes at you with the power of evil magic and Scottish curses. I'll be looking through Google like, okay, give me a good list of them. And it's like, have I got one for you? I'd be like, a bleak tatty? What the hell is that? And Dean's suddenly super offended. I'm like, good one, give me more. Oh. Now, if ever there was a group of people who really figured out how to insult in such a creative way, I think it's the Scottish.
It's just because we're very contentious people.
Love it.
There's very little to do in Scotland other than drinking it and insult each other.
Yeah.
You know,
similar to rural Cape Breton, there's not much to do up that way. The liquor store's an hour away. The nearest Walmart, 2.5. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, it was we went there was it last summer? The summer before, Jillian?
When?
You left during COVID? What?
We did. We were allowed. No, it was Oh, I don't remember.
But we went
last year.
No, it must have been
so long ago.
before.
No, because the first year that surely that wasn't right after my 30th birthday.
No, so what must have been last year?
I'm looking right now. I'll tell you.
So, point is, we were around Cape Breton for a bit. It was nice, but it was the oddest little We went to this bar / restaurant that seemed to be just in the middle of this like.
Oh, it was
Countryside
last
drive.
year. Like not last year, but the year before, because we had Fergus this year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Wait, no, that was the second year that we were dating. Okay, I was like, it wasn't the first year we were dating. I know it wasn't. But we started dating in 2019.
Well, I went
I'm man.
ahead to the pictures channel and threw up a beautiful shot of the countryside to give you flashbacks of that trip up to Cape Breton. But I'm gonna ask you, Dean, does that look like Cape Breton or Scotland? Or both? We're just missing sheep, from what I've been told.
Bah.
The only thing that indicates that it's Cape Breton is the style of the buildings.
That's fair.
Those big barn shapes, we don't have them, but just the landscape alone, it could be either.
Yep, that's the thing. My brother went for a trip out that way years ago, and I was like, so how is it, man? Been looking forward to it, and he's like, it feels like I'm home, except there's a hell of a lot more sheep. I'm like, what do you mean? And he throws me some pictures, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I get you.
the sheep, of course, is why there's so many of you Scottish descendants over here.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad time.
Oh boy.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. So long as we don't get into any Welsh jokes, I'll be happy.
Oh,
those are goats, not sheep, so.
I'll try to pull the wool over your eyes.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
To be honest, it doesn't really matter where you are in the UK or where you're from, as long as it's just someone from the next bit over, you can make that joke about them. It's just there's a pecking order. It goes like from country to street to town to country lane. Just oh yeah, them over there across the road. Oh, you know what they do? They sheep, and it's like we can see them. It's like but at night time. It's just another great British pastime, is to accuse your closest neighbour of taking animal husbandry far too seriously.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Best one I heard is that's why they wear boots.
Yep.
Too
For
much
the back
info.
legs, yep.
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to hell for this one.
For those who
you
don't
there.
I'll show up, Dan's like holding the door. Alan! Devil walks up, gives me the pitchfork. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, oh, I'm taking vacation. You're in charge. It's like, sweet. I'll saw a punch-out clock. You think you know evil? Oh, you don't know evil. Alrighty. So it looks like everyone's back and we're all chilling. So, oh, Jillian threw up a nice picture there. That is a nice shot. Look at that. Oh, that nice, beautiful ambient scenery everywhere.
Oh, it's me and Josh doing the Titanic, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I was almost tempted to throw in like the "I am Anya" from the other movie just to really throw it out there. Simba. But I mean, that's obviously not Titanic. Don't get me wrong. But still, I always default to that now. I find. I watched the live action. I was like, that wasn't bad, and everyone's like, I hate it, and I'm like, oh, should I hate it? And they're like, yes. I'm like, but I liked it. I'm not hard to please. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I say that, but I'm being a prick about my Final Fantasy VI as I play through. It's like, this is really good, but I don't like this. But I mean, I'll spare you
Speaking
details because John, I don't want to put him to sleep.
Speaking of Cape Breton, though, I should message Laura back because she talked about going back out to Cape Breton this, before I knew that we were going to Alberta this year. I have to make sure that I followed up with her and tell her that I know we're not going to Alberta this year.
Depending on how far north you're going, if you get the chance to loop around New Glasgow and up through Shetty Camp, there's also the Skyline Trail in Shetty Camp, and it's gorgeous in the fall.
Oh yeah, I've hiked it a few times.
Okay, then you know what I'm getting at. That was the area I grew up in. Well, not Shetty Camp, but Bay St. Lawrence, near Cape North. And oh my God, when it's an hour to the liquor store. There's not much more to say.
I'm furious that it's like a half-hour walk from my house. I can't imagine that take you meaning an hour's drive.
Well, they did take the local co-op store and get permission to carry liquor in there, and then it became about a half an hour walk. But that was after I had moved away. But get this.
Of course.
A couple of guys figure out, hey, if we cut the security line, the cops won't be here for an hour and a half. And then they took a chainsaw, cut the wall out of the store, backed the pickup truck in, loaded it, and drove off.
Oh, jeez.
No one caught them.
Definitely descended from Scots.
Yeah.
Can we have nice things? No.
They repaired it, and they still carry liquor there, but that was like the best I ever heard of. I'm like reading the paper, and I see that, and I'm like, is that my hometown? Flip, flip. It is! There's a picture and everything. I'm so proud. I mean, at the same time, it's like, no, but I was so proud, too, because it's so damn random.
You gotta respect that level of shittiness sometimes. You're like, oh, so there are people like that.
Honestly, it's something I'd say straight out of an episode of Trailer Park Boys. It's so bad. But it happens. But
chains on the wall.
There's a place up in Cape Breton that sells oatcakes that my parents are like in love with. I can't think of the name right now, and it's gonna bother me.
The Aucoin Bakery in Shetty Camp does some delicious baked goods. Just bread and stuff like that. That's delicious. I'm a little.
What's the name again?
Aucoin, Aucoin.
That might be it. I don't know.
One of the go-tos when people start mentioning good baking, I'm like, that shop? And they're like, yes, I know. I've been. It's like, yeah, everyone loves them. They're so good. Oh, I gained 20 pounds just from eating bread, and I'm like, this isn't even chocolate. How is it so good? Oh my word.
There's a place in Bridgewater that does potato bread that's really good.
Oh, there's so many nice places. I come from rural Cape Breton, so far north. All we do is hunt and fish.
I saw a TikTok of this guy who does like vintage recipes, and one of them was an avocado cake from the 1960s to the 1970s, or avocado bread. He said it turned out so good.
I remember that video.
I was gonna say avocado cake sounds a little weird. Avocado bread sounds more.
It'd probably
normal.
be very similar to like a zucchini bread or banana bread.
Yeah.
You seen that one, Dan, you said?
Yeah, that's that very flamboyant guy, is it not?
Yeah, I love him so much.
I just ate pizza for lunch while I was prepping that dungeon, and I'm hungry again.
He goes through and reviews all the recipes pre-war, I believe it was.
Oh.
He apparently has a YouTube channel where he posts longer videos. I've not seen it yet, but it just fell on my radar yesterday or the day before.
Ooh. Dean just posted up a link to the bakery I was referring to. That's the one.
All I had to do was type Bakery Cape Breton. I think it was the highest rated one.
Yep. So delicious, so good. I love their store. And they were so close to home. Anytime we went to Shetty Camp, which we did for groceries usually, we swung in there and got some bread too.
I do love me some bread.
Oh, they're probably the best. I love them so much, and they've been around for so long too. Like, they're never gonna close. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, Dean. Speaking of which, we should make a Cobb's run soon, Dean.
Before I get too more distracted, though, because oh my god, I could talk food and bread. Oh, it's so good. So, before you all jump into this dungeon, because I'll shift gears back over to D&D. Any other healings or checkups or anything you all wanted to take care of?
I think we're good. I think we just need to adjust Ray's HP. What did you say it was, John? 272?
Yeah, it's set to that. Just that token's not updating. Don't worry about that. It's good to go.
Ah, okay, right. Okay, got you. Dan, did we do any hit dice for any short rest?
No, I didn't do anything yet.
Alright, I think other than that we're pretty much good.
Where's my math for Rhea? NPCs. Rhea Manselmorn. Ah, they're not in there anymore.
Uh-oh.
That's not
also,
right. Okay.
I don't know why, but I was able to double click on this token. Sorry, the token to open up the character sheet, so I was actually able to update her health.
Oh yeah, it's just not registering on that token. The other ones have.
No,
I've
no,
got it set in. It's
no. Now that token says minus 128 for me.
oh, fair enough. I did a refresh on it. It didn't work.
And I just had another video. I was just about to post the link.
Yeah, that's his entire page.
Yeah, perfect. I follow him on TikTok. I'll send the TikTok because it's a little bit shorter. If you guys want to just get a taste for what this guy's like. I love him though. Like, he's exuberant, but like, it's so funny though, and like, he's not too exuberant. I don't know. I find he has a good balance.
Oh yeah, he makes some funny comments like being so soft. Hey, I don't need help with that. I'm single.
He's really funny.
Oh, since we had the time, I would ask Rhea how she's wielding the blade with what looks to be without consequence.
She'll just casually acknowledge that heaven said it was okay for her to wield it.
Damn it.
Rhea, how are you doing that? And she just sort of blinks. I have permission?
I imagine after Jade walked away, Flux would be like, "What did she say? How did she do it?" Like it's behind you the whole time.
How do you get permission?
She was in a bad spot, drew out the blade, and they said, "Yeah, that's okay."
Flux has some new goals now.
I would love for Milk Rates to do it because he's like such a Jason.
Okay, there we go. 4d10 plus 180. So Rhea is presently down 128 health.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have her roll 20d10 during her short rest. She has 40d10 plus 180 to make a 400 hit point average. So I'm going to use 20 of those 40 during her short rests. Look at that. 111 health back for Rhea.
Just insane. Although, as impressive though, like, we hear something with like 400 health, and you're like, oh, that would easily beat a PC, and then it didn't beat Flux.
Yeah.
At that first start of the combat, it wasn't looking good, but I mean, I can only roll so many crits.
Guys, it was real close. Let's not get cocky.
If ever there was a time...
I think Alan had mercy on me.
Nope. Didn't roll mercy. I'll be honest. I didn't hold back. Flux strong as friggin' iron, let's be honest here. But rolling crits right off the get-go, I honestly thought I was going to kill you. I really did, Jillian. I'm not gonna lie on that one. But still, you pulled up and you pulled through.
Makes two of us anyway.
The admitted truth, if the fight kept going and it was you took out Rhea and then you had to fight up against Evil Zariel right afterwards, that would have been something. You know what I mean? I don't know about that.
Or if Zariel had gotten involved.
She went to get the sword and then flying back, and she's like, "Rhea's already dead. How did you?"
Oh, hey, Frit. Hey, buddy. You gonna come up?
It was calculated. They didn't want to risk both of them dying at the same time, so one then the other. Try to wear you down and wear you out was the plan. But I mean...
Pokemon rules. Only one Pokemon on the field at any one time.
So would that make Alan a Pokemon trainer?
Nuh-uh. I'm the referee that forces it into a battle. You never see them on the screen, but the second it happens, bam, it's a fight. And the people stick to the rules. No reason to stick to the rules.
Mr. Referee,
exactly.
here to referee this rule battle.
But you see, Mr. Referee, so that kind of breaks it on me. You never see me.
Does anyone remember that show, by the way?
It's ringing some kind of distant bell in my head, but I cannot place it. Autobot. Yes.
You're close.
Was it
Metabots?
Autobots.
Metabots, right? Yeah.
Autobot is
There
the
you
name
go.
for Transformers.
Yeah,
you're
I
right,
was
you're
like,
right.
that's not right. It's
If you're
Metabots.
talking Metabots, and suddenly my internet's capping out on me for some reason. This is weird. Let me do a reload.
No, they came online. They're after us.
Apparently, your system got really excited about the Metabots.
Here you go.
But
John.
anyway,
As of Saturday that just passed, Metabots is one of my 6 cartoons that I upscale now.
Jeez.
So one just
amazing.
came out.
I don't know if I knew that or not. There's
So-
a chance I knew that.
That's pretty good coincidence. I like that. It may have popped up on your sub feed and you'd be like, oh, but
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it may have popped up in my subfeed. I didn't click on it, but it may have been that is why it's been in my head. I mean, that and Mr. Referee.
while I was going through all these shows, a buddy of mine mentioned how much he loved Metabots. So I was like, I'll do it for you. And then I noticed I could put it on YouTube and I was like, oh. But I think my favorite that I got going up is the D&D show.
Like and subscribe, everyone. Comment below.
Like and subscribe, leave a comment below. So that I don't know, I'm not making any money, but so long as people get a smile on their face during these times, I'm actually a pretty happy guy. That's the sole reason I do it.
Yes, we're just trying to make you all smile and have a good time.
When you say it like that, John.
All there is to it.
In the front of Fergus's paw where he was holding the bully stick is all like matted with like bully stick dirt. It's gross. I was like, why do his paws look wet? And then I touched it and I was like, oh, I know what that is.
He's a nasty little guy.
Yes, why are you pushing up my blanket? Excuse you.
Well then, without further ado, since it looks like you're all prepped and ready and good to go, I'm assuming. No
Yep.
other special tricks?
Time for a random side quest.
Let's go ahead then. Because the main doors are open as you find yourselves walking down slowly into the darkened depths below. The odd, fresh scent of twisted sand runs beneath your nose, though the cold air still stings ever so bitter. But the warmth of this magical pyramid that just got shunted to the 8th layer of hell, or pulled up from down below. Because let's be honest, if you were an evil mummy and someone put you in a tomb forever, they'd send you to hell. If they could do it, they would. There's probably hundreds upon thousands of these pyramids down below, and you just pulled one up out of the brink. So let's go ahead then and switch the scene up. Get something a little more fitting playing. As you all make your way into the pyramid.
Floating.
The pyramid of Beandarius Artemis III.
I like to think this is almost like one of loot portals that open up in Diablo.
The
We're
smell
in the secret
of
cow
mildew.
level.
The smell of mildew emanates from the floor.
And is the just we're looking at this map, is the entrance behind us, or is it this door here?
Nope, back the way you came. It's the only spot
Okay.
where the map actually leads off on its own. Outside of that, it's completely sealed. You'll also notice it's bigger than 60 feet because there's no way I'd squeeze a half dungeon. So it's about 140, I believe. 140 by 140, give or take. It's almost perfectly square to match the pyramid style. Because 60 just seems a little silly to me, so it rose up even higher, which means
Bigger on the inside.
Stonedean is 140 up.
The top of the world.
Just piercing into the wind.
So I do have a 90-foot vision of true sight. Any invisible creatures in that sight?
There's no invisible creatures.
I mean, I probably should roll perception. Maybe they're hiding invisibly.
Lulu will give a slight headbutt to Nilkrace and shake her head some. Oi, but you're going to be barking up a wrong tree. That eyesight is really handy. And then she just holds her arms out, looking herself like a zombie while she rolls her eyes back for the effect and says, but when they rise up like this, we ain't see that coming until it actually happens, and plops back down on her four.
Nilkrace will bend over and, like, scratch her behind the ears. Yeah, but doesn't hurt to be paranoid.
Oh yeah. That's just Lulu basically giving you the warning that you could walk right up to a corpse of a mummy and it'd jump you and you wouldn't even know with your magic vision beforehand.
Yeah.
Now, if it was disguised or transformed, but... Oh, sorry, Jillian.
Oh, no, that's okay. I didn't want to interrupt you. I thought you were done.
Sorry, I have to be rude back real quick.
Sure thing.
Flux was just gonna check the door without touching it. She was just gonna listen.
Silence from the other side. The only thing coming is a small breeze of wind, but that comes from where you came from, flowing into this old, stagnant area. Even sniffing the air and blinking around, you don't think anyone's been through here for quite a while. Anyone who has survival is more than welcome to do the usual checks to see how active this place has been. But your survival skills being as high as they are, your passive survival, even though that doesn't exist, would lean towards that we just find something that's been abandoned for millennia?
Probably.
Alec rubbing his chin as he looks around. We did. This place seems very inactive, and as you walk inside of it, the torches on the walls seem to be the only thing presently active. A casual glance at these, especially with true sight, would easily reveal they're all eternal flames. Typical for lighting the darkest, deepest reaches of places, rather than worry about magic or even oxygen for the flame. An eternal flame will burn forever. Until, someone dispels it.
I can feel your heartbeat.
Yeah. I've heard that these... I'm gonna go and just unplug your mic.
Flux starts singing out loud. Alec walks over, just closes the helmet of her armor, says, no. That's as close as I can come to replicating that in game.
I was gonna say, you're gonna be disappointed in yourself for interrupting this joke, Jillian. But I've heard that structures like these were used to mount the ships of visitors from the stars. Stargate.
Nice.
Alright. Are we opening that door?
I don't hear anything, but you guys are better at listening than I am, so... I'll let you check it if you want to.
Lulu peers forward, then looks at the door and peers forward again and goes, Well, we got a 2 wrap-up mummy over there, which will probably jump us, or a door to somewhere else. And, I'm not in the mood to be jumped, so I like doors. Lulu always taking the passive route.
Yeah. Should we check it for traps, Sir Jade? Or should we risk it for a biscuit?
Yeah, we can check for traps. Mine just went blank, and I'm like, okay, so what am I rolling now?
And I will throw up, for comparison's sake as well, a direct link to Rhea's character sheet on D&D Beyond, since it kind of broke entirely in-game except her health. There's her base stats, though, for if anybody wants to use any of her abilities or stats or skills.
Let's see.
Honestly, she's just an ass kicker, but she does have 1 legendary resistance per day. Just 1.
That's so weird.
Not at all. She's a human who rose up.
Yeah, but normally 3 are done. One just feels wrong.
Well, if you read through fizz bands, they started handing out like 4s and 5s and stuff.
And 6s.
Did they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that one of the aspects?
I think. I actually think there's one with a 6. I'd have to double check now that I may put my foot in my mouth. But I know there's a 5. I've seen it.
Yeah.
My rule is if it's out there, I can use it. But giving just a 1 to Raya is sort of a nod that God knows how she survived through 8 layers of hell, but she did it.
Yeah.
But I did give her legendary actions. Those are just 3 normal ones.
The Judicator has legendary resistance 6.
Yeah, he got 6 of them. He also has 6 legendary actions, and 3 of those are mythical actions. Gotta love that high level I break CR bullshit rules. You know how much reading I had to do? It was fun.
I just finished fizz bands recently. It was certainly interesting.
As you can tell, especially with me dropping Sardior and all that, when they gave me fizz bands, I started giggling.
Yeah.
It's like so much fuel for the fire.
No. Well, I read like 2 halves of the book months apart. So from what I remember, the second half of the book is pretty Sardior light. I imagine most of his stuff is in the first half then.
Yep. All the history and knowledge and info and the usual good stuff. Alrighty, so there is a door, and there was some question as to whether or not it was trapped or if the party was going to check it or just kick it in.
Oh, yep.
Do you want me to check for trap? Or are we just trying to go through?
It's kind of your bag, man. I don't want to take away your chance to shine, or if you're cool with us kicking it in.
It don't matter to me.
Yeah. Alright, should we go buck wild and just open the door?
Flux opens the door.
Without any effort, it opens up for you, revealing another long hallway, which ends with a curved room. You can see at the end of this room, before you even made it in, a toppled statue in one corner over here, very large in its design, and in the opposite corner a pile of bones beneath stonework that has since collapsed.
Okay, let's assume the pile of bones will rise up and attack us. So I mean, we're always careful, right?
Lulu speaks up as she's poking at the statue beside her. Well, these kitties here haven't done nothing to me. Maybe we get lucky. I mean, look how adorable it is.
Fair play.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Kieran. The team was deciding which way to go, and Jillian opened the door with Flux to no trouble. In fact, the door itself, I'll take the moment, is old and worn, but you don't see any locking mechanisms in general on it. You probably could smash it apart fairly easy too. Unlike much of the stonework, much of the woodwork here has begun to fail, though it still provides coverage as a door.
Are those insects and such really there, or is it just map dressing?
As you glance, and Alec probably gets a flashback, he quickly notices that those are corpses of spiders, long since naturally mummified, dead in a pile here. Without any natural food to eat, it appears that they had nothing else to do except pass away.
I don't like spiders, but that's still a shame. Alright.
Druids were supposed to love all the creatures.
That sounds like a vicious lie.
Interesting.
I mean, it depends what you mean. Like, I recognise their importance in the natural order. Don't like them. Just like I mean, to be most of the things I don't like are people. Mostly because of everything they've ever said or done.
A rather strong, firm hand clasps Alec on the shoulder as he says this. You're not wrong, my friend. Out of all the things I've seen, the most evil has certainly been done by the hands of humanity. Rhea adds in, nodding in agreement with you.
Yeah. Did in your world, was it, what was his name? Was it Thaddeus Krieg? The Master of Elturel was the one who signed the contract?
All those small little details match up perfectly. Indeed, Thaddeus Krieg was the one who signed away their Elturel. Rhea does make mention that she did find Thaddeus, or what became of him, in the depths of Avernus while searching for Zariel. And most certainly he met the end of my sword.
Good.
Little off topic. I just got confirmation. It was the dancing goat in northeast. I'm gonna mispronounce the name, so I'm just not even gonna try.
Oh, up in Marguerite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're spot on the dancing goat. They're spot on the Cabot Trail. Those guys, nice spot.
Can I give this room a bit of a sweep for any, I don't know, any of the tiles look loose that that might be some kind of pit trap or any, what do you call them, tripwires before we step in here?
Perception checks are certainly okay.
Awesome.
Kamachag sitting on your shoulder, squinting a little bit as he looks over back towards Nilkrace, and then forward again. He goes,
Well, I ain't got that true sight, boss, but I can tell you, glancing out, nothing invisible sneaking around these corners, not that I can see.
And your roll of a 23 on perception, plus 19 with a 4. Gotta love it. My god, those stats. You don't seem to notice anything out of the ordinary, though. Of course, the statue laying on the ground gives you the heebie-jeebies to how well it's described, and a pile of bones in the corner is probably a bad thing.
This corner here?
Yep, where this large piece is.
Right,
actually.
okay.
Give me a second. I'll see if I can get a nice picture. There we go. Pile of bones.
All right. I'll take a step here to start letting people in, but I'll see if any of these, if I can see any, I don't know, magical runes, inscriptions and such, and the stuff about the room.
Nothing stands out.
Don't quite feel like standing on sarcophagus.
It would be difficult terrain to say the very least. The statue-esque sarcophagus, or the sarcophagus.
How high are the ceilings?
They are as high as the room is wide, so this would be 15-foot ceilings. Not as long as the room is, as wide as the room is.
Okay. So like, is it varying heights or is it 15 everywhere?
It'd have a curved ceiling, so you'd get 10 foot on the side and 15 in the middle, just to look pretty.
Okay. Well then, Milkwood will flap up a little bit, so that way he can stand over top of Pup, so I don't have to like try and figure out movement.
Isaac, is any of this stuff appear magical to you?
Oh.
I could certainly use my detect magic. Tap staff.
Glancing around, your detect magic does not pick up any auras of magic in this area. You don't see any active spells anywhere or anything of the sort.
Huh.
Okay. I'll relay that, obviously.
Cool. Alright, and I guess I'll get a bit braver, take a step closer to things. Is this statue... Is it a statue or sarcophagus? You said it's
a
freaky
statue.
looking?
Looks like a statue, well carved and designed. Even though it's a sarcophagus on the map, I'm saying it's a statue, slightly buried up to the waist into the groundwork.
Huh.
Oh, sorry. There is, of course, the magical flames, Kieran. Your character would see those, but I mentioned that at the very start. So ignore those in future when I say you see nothing magical. Those are still magical. Eternal flames.
Okay.
It's a very straightforward, simple thing in D&D.
Yeah.
So this statue's went falling through the floor somehow. Weird. Because we're on like solid stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does the floor around it look like it's broken, or...?
Nope, looks like it's just been shoved into the ground, broken apart beneath it. Any number of things could have caused this from a magical standpoint, you know, sculpt earth, things like that, but...
Yeah. Huh.
It's just still kind of weird.
Okay. Well, let's see what we wake up, and I'll look at this statue and the body.
There's nothing that stands out too much. The pieces of bone and detritus in there seem to be of a humanoid who may have been riding a horse. It's actually hard to tell, but they have a very old pike equipped with them, so it's very likely that this may have been someone on horseback, some sort of soldier, but it doesn't look as though they did too well after that pillar toppled them.
Oh, I should point out, I do have my sword drawn, so there would be light being shed from me.
What's the radius on that?
Good question. Never mind, my apologies. It's actually just an aura. It doesn't... Sorry, I thought this one was one of the light up, but nope, just an aura. 10-foot aura. Anyone within that 10-foot has a thingamajigger, have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give the bones a little poke with my staff, and then the statue, I probably nothing I can really discern from it, and nothing happens. I guess we'll move on to the next door.
Can you say that phrase again? You're gonna give
the bones a poke with my staff.
You.
Killian, it's naughty. It's funny though. Oh my. Alrighty. So if you want to go ahead and move your character forward for inspecting the next door, by all means.
Did you want me to check it out?
If you want, by all means.
Kind of like a...
And before you open that door, I'm just going to put the lock on it to make sure. Everyone go ahead and place your minis on the map wherever you would be.
Oh, rip.
There might be something behind that door waiting for you.
Which
It'd be funny if there wasn't, and this was just to get us riled up.
Which door is it? Is it by your dungeon master thing there?
Right over here.
Yeah.
There is an actual door on the map, but it's a lot easier to make.
Oh,
the
I
map
see
look
it
like
now.
put here. I would have
had
needed
to-
a little more prep time.
Had to exit so I could see. Jade a little bit more space.
Lulu would, let's be honest, Lulu would be right beside Flux.
Something really weird with Foundry's control with keyboard mouse isn't working anymore.
Are you using the keyboard to move Flux or move Lulu around?
Yeah, but whenever I go side to side with it, it moves minis at an angle.
Interesting.
I'm gonna F5 the page just in case.
You'd like a little beeper for my Apple Pencil? Don't know where it went. It's in the bed somewhere. Oh, found it. For those words.
Yeah, there we go. It's working fine now. Weird Foundry errors.
Okay,
So that's
you
not
did
bad.
pause the game.
It automatically pauses when I leave.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to
Oh,
run.
I got it. I was just while I was playing, I left her pause, but no, it's good now.
Okay, so I try and open the door.
It is, of course, unlocked, and I'm gonna need perception checks from everybody. As you open up your doors, you see the route you're taking perpendicularly intersects with another hallway opening to the left and to the right ahead of you. You can see where the door's up here, but I use different light lines so it looks pretty. So that's Nilkrace and Flux. And if somebody wants to roll for Raya, that'd be nice.
What about Bellamy?
She's not in the
She's-
dungeon.
She's with the ship.
I don't think she actually gets a +0.
No, her
You-
character
you
sheet,
said,
it's not in there. Like I said, user character
Yeah,
sheet.
yeah, so-
Perception
I
is
got
one
it.
of her good stats. She gets a +16.
Yeah, so 24.
Yep. So, Nilkrace and Flux, as the only two to drop that low, are going to be under the surprise condition as combat breaks through. Unless you're immune for some reason.
No, but Pup would also have. Pup rolls a 15 for his perception.
So he'd pass, but Nilkrace would not pass.
Yep.
So unless Pup has some automated defense protocol,
If I don't command him, he takes the dodge action. As well as he can take his reaction, which is important.
alrighty. Because as you reach and begin to open that door, the stone statue, of course, suddenly comes to life as it begins to move, a hand reaching out to grab at Raya. Fortunately, with her higher perception, she does dodge the grapple attempt made against her. But that might not be entirely what's catching your eyes, because that horse rider that I mentioned, its body twists and turns as hands come forward, the door opening seeming to trigger the undeath as a mighty centaur mummy rises up. Not a horse rider, but a monster.
Oh.
Lulu blinks a few times and then groans and says, "Oh no, I really don't like horsey mummies. I like horses, they're cute, but not a horsey mummy. Oh, this ain't cool, we gotta whoop some ass." So everyone feel free to roll in for initiatives.
Okay.
I'll roll Reyes. Just because I roll the NPCs. Geez, look at that, I got a 16 on hers?
Pup would go like right after me. I just rolled it so you could manually edit it because I don't think I have the ability to.
Okay, I get because my total's 23 because I got the gift of alacrity going. Rhea probably beats me for
Actually, she's got a 23 because I got a 16 and she gets a +7 for her dex mod. She doesn't have any other bonuses to her ability, but because she is a 24 dex, I'm willing to bet that puts her just a step above you.
yeah. Yeah, mine's is a humble 14. I only got that high because the spell that I cast anyway. But I don't think we need to adjust the initiative though, because it's worked out into the right order anyway.
That's fair.
Alan, did you want to give milk crates a little light radius so that way we know where the advantage on magic is?
If it works. There you go.
Shiny holy light. Thank you, by the way.
There, that should make it clear. 10-foot radius. If you need to know beyond that, use the tools to make yourself a 10-foot circle and just use that. Alrighty. And while I update her token so it doesn't say commoner, who wants to run Rhea's turn? Because she's up first. You might need her D&D Beyond page, though, to see entirely what she's capable of as she levies the sword at the enemy.
I've got the page loaded up now if no one else has.
I don't have it rolled, so I think you should go ahead.
Okay. I imagine she's just going to attack. Seems like a rare thing to do.
There's a mighty stone golem before her, and a centaur mummy to the side.
There's a joke there about a rock in a hard place, but... okay, so her multi, she attacks 4 times? She's got a 10-foot reach!
Yep.
This lass is insane right now. Alright.
But Alec is too stone-faced to make that sort of joke, right?
Oh boy.
Most of Rhea's challenge rating comes from her ability to attack. She doesn't have much in other useful abilities for skills, though she does have dark vision, and hero sight means magical darkness doesn't impede her dark vision. She also has a bonus action that she can swing with her sword. She gets 5 swings a turn.
Rhea's spicy right now.
35 is a hit as she brings sword down on the stone golem.
Well, I mean, that was just 1. That's 42 damage. That's insane.
$42, 38.
God damn. Is this what it feels like to roll these high numbers all the time, Jill? Oh, 20. That's low for Rhea.
Fortunately, I can't do my right-click trick for damage, so I actually have to do the math on this one when it's rolled up that way. 42 and 38 and 30, because a 30 is all 20. A 30 is a 20 is a hit, so that's 110 damage so far.
Oh my god, she's still got 1 more attack.
And the bonus action if you wanted to burn it. That's a hit for 45 more points of damage.
Damn. And so her bonus action. Her bonus action is just another attack. That's cool. Right.
Rhea, who responds like a whirlwind, look, it even moved it on me, begins swinging like a chaotic storm of destruction, tearing the enemy apart as she brings the blade down, chiseling off piece after piece of the stonework, until nothing remains but a pile of rubble, as she spins the blade around once and looks towards the next enemy, the glare set. But that's it for Rhea's turn. She's not moving any closer, she has a 10-foot range. Alec's turn as he watches Rhea pull a flux on the enemy. Then you see the sheer danger of those apocalypse longswords.
She killed it?
Slaughtered it.
Then disintegrate.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Powderized. Thanks to the magical capacity of that dangerous longsword.
Damn. I like just how do you,
it automatically disintegrates if you kill it. So
Well,
it'd be more accurate to say it obliterates it.
I guess I'll move here so more people can attack this thing, and then just throw in a cantrip. Wow.
And let me see here. 389 plus 178, 567 health. Rhea's health increases to 567 as she takes on temporary health as she completely slays the stone golem, obtaining health equal to the creature's maximum thanks to the powers of the apocalyptic longsword. On top of that, she has advantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks so long as she has some of that temporary health left and is wielding the blade. Players are like, why is she so strong? And I'm like, because I tried to kill you. I had to make her strong. Which means this dungeon's gonna get harder and harder as you go through. At least a little. It is a side quest after all.
It's scary. Does a 23 hit the centaur mummy?
It is a hit on the centaur mummy. Slow to move and a very large target. Your primal savagery tears through without any trouble. 18 points of acid damage as you splash the centaur.
I didn't think I would. I knew I wouldn't be able to follow that up, but I was hoping for at least a 20 in the damage department. Okay,
you did roll a 1 and a 3. They kind of screwed you.
Yeah. No matter though. I think it's good for my turn. Just now.
Alrighty. So who's next on the player lineup here? That would be Dan. Do me a favor, Dan. Give me a roll because at the end of Alex's turn, Rhea has legendary actions, and one of them is Fury Strike. For 1 point of legendary action at the end of another creature's turn, she can make an attack with her longsword. Why did that NPC move? Foundry can't hold minis still today.
I've noticed that. I noticed that the statue moved as well when you were editing its hit points. It's
Yep.
weird.
It's bizarre. If you want, oh, there we go. I was gonna say if you wanted to just flat roll, I'll give you the info. But the plus 18, and it's an advantage too, so you get to roll another d20 to see if you crit. Nope. But still, you go ahead and roll the damage on that. When you hit with that blade, it deals 2d8 plus 10, and then another 3d10 radiant damage on top. $22 plus. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I figured out what's doing it.
What's up?
Foundry has taken a glitch. Even with numlock turned on or off, my numpad will still move things. So while I'm typing in numbers, it moves creatures.
Odd.
Very. I'll look into that, see if it's an add-on or not. You never know. I like say we did a lot of updates. For this to be the only glitch, I'm a happy man. Centaur Mummy's turn, who's looking shocked and hurt as it rears up on its back legs, looking around. What it's going to do, it's going to make an attack with its pike. With a 10-foot reach, it's going to attempt to attack Rhea. As it drives past Flux's shoulder, drives through the air, reflects off of her shield. But that's not it for the mummy. It's going to immediately turn its eyes towards Alec. And what I'm going to need It is a wisdom savings throw, as it hits you with a dreadful glare.
You picked like the worst person.
I don't say that until I've rolled dice there, John.
Yeah, but given the DC, you couldn't fail. It's only a 12.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
You are now immune to its dreadful glare of all mummies for the next 24 hours. That's it for the Centaur mummy's turn, as it switches over for Isaac. Well, at least copy Isaac, who doesn't have any spells, abilities, or nothing at the ready. Did he come inside? You're gonna have to let me know, Kieran. We kind of burnt him out in the last adventure. Actually, I think Kieran had to step away. Are you there, Kieran? You're on mute at the moment.
He had came back.
Yeah, sorry, I put myself on mute and I forgot to unmute myself.
Okay, perfect.
I was talking and I'm like, and then you were like, "Are you there?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." Yeah,
Happens to the best of us.
I guess you brought him in, but he's got like 1 hit point and he's got like cantrips and that's his whole character. So, I guess he can throw a firebolt at the mummy. See how that goes. Let's see.
So basically what you're saying is, right now, here's copy Isaac.
Yeah. He's doing his best. Probably, so.
Quick question. What magic items does Copy Isaac have equipped?
Nothing.
And a 35 is definitely a hit. You go ahead and roll
He's just
damage.
mundane crap right now.
Yeah, because he should at least be wearing the Illusionaires bracers.
I mean, let's see here. So that's a hit, right? 35?
Oh yeah.
Presumably.
And it's a firebolt, which deals double damage for its fire damage. So that's 32
nice.
points of fire damage. You see, copy Isaac glares a bit as he stands up, mutters, "I didn't survive some dreamscape bullcrap to be taken out by a mummy," and just shoots a firebolt through the air, striking the creature, immolating it, and utterly obliterating it as you wipe out the last of its health, killing the centaur mummy quite dead.
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, Flux is so under surprise condition. She's like, "Oh, what? Was there?
What
Did I
happened?
miss something?"
As Flux turns
Guys,
around, you see Rhea putting the sword away, sheathing it on her hip, but still having her hand on it to gain the bonuses. This is just thematics. As she nods once, yes. Oh, right. I keep forgetting I have the button for that. And it froze. Yes, it would appear the wizard behind us is impressive with their capacity, completely obliterated that mummy with a single shot of fire. Rhea going so far gives a thumbs up to Isaac.
Are we supposed to be hearing, like, is her voice supposed to change there?
It was
I think
supposed
it
to be. Did it
froze
still
on
come
him.
through as me?
Yeah, just
It did.
confirms you. Yeah.
At the very end, it should have been Rhea. It froze at the start when I clicked the button. It just keeps spinning, and I'm like, this ain't good. You can normally switch it
No,
on quicker than that.
Milkcrate's
I
is gonna
didn't
look
get
over. Milkcrate's is gonna look over his shoulder. What was that racket?
Oh, there was
Statue falling apart behind Rhea. Nothing.
Oh, okay. And he will continue on as if nothing happened, because as far as he's concerned, nothing happened.
It's a good thing Flux didn't see that, or else she'd be feeling very useless. She has one skill. That's everything that Rhea can do.
Yeah, you say that now, but wait until both of you are on either side of an enemy with advantage. You remember the old ninja blenders? That's gonna be the two of you.
So we have right or left, guys.
Normally I say right, but for some reason today my vote would be left.
Changed it up a little bit.
That seems like that's not the right choice.
Rhea groans. Down the left path, you can see a door at the end.
Let's try. Well, maybe I could peek around the corner of the right hand side, see what's there. Oh, just another Another door.
And some
Man's
detritus
just...
around the corner.
Oh.
Piles of boxes on top of sheets, on top of garbage.
We got some boxes here, guys. I don't know if there'll be anything valuable in it.
So long as we don't get boxed in.
Oh boy.
Rhea groans harder. Which makes Lulu laugh. She sort of eggs on Nimbar for that one. Just keep going. Or Nilkrace for that one. Keep going, keep going. Though I did mount Lulu with Flux. She probably flaps over, lands on Flux's shoulder at one point, like, the ground's too dusty, it's making me sneeze.
As long as they don't get anything up to 2 creative. That's a stretch, that one. I know that's a stretch.
Was that a Stargate reference?
No, he said to create. Like crate?
Creative.
That was a crate joke.
Oh boy.
You're just gonna box yourself into a corner with these ones, man.
Oh my god, enough!
Okay.
I guess she's putting a lid on these box jokes.
Oh boy.
Oh, Alan, you need to start working on yours.
No, I already dropped one good one. I don't need to work on nothing.
you need to drop them more often. Gotta get ready.
Oh, believe me, I already am. Well, Alex making his way forward towards the boxes, glancing and blinking at them from a different distance. Which is, of course, Jade's coming too, because, you know, stuff.
I'm going to put a thing up for when it happens. We can then unclick the spoiler to see if I'm right.
Okay. I'm looking at the boxes and I feel Jade's shadow appear, so I just take a step back to let him go to work.
Poke the boxes with a stick.
Everyone go ahead and place your minis where they'd be.
Nilkrates was kind of waiting over here, so. So if you click the spoilers, was I right?
No. I can appreciate the guess, but this isn't the land of creatures and creations and monstrosities. This is the land of undead. And sorry, I'm just pulling Jade back one more. Don't go into that square.
Okay.
Which is why I said place your minis.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Because as Jade pokes forward with a stick like, I wonder what this is. Poking with a stick has never paid off. It's never worked. I'm just going to do it anyway, and for once it pays off. Because a hand comes up from beneath the detritus. As you see a gnarled zombie beginning to rise up in front of you, cloth falling down from it as it groans in exasperated pain. But then you notice, as more and more begin to climb out from underneath the refuge, this zombie was not alone.
Zombie.
Oh, I get threatened with having my earphones unplugged if what I sing, but then it's fine when you do it, dude.
It's cause I'm special. Oh dear.
I'll roll in Rhea. What did I get? A 13? Oh, it actually did it right. Got the 20. Good. I put that in.
Pup will need to drop down to a 6, but you know.
Yep.
Oh yeah, initiative. Okay. I remember. Oh, that's dreadful.
So, I could.
Dreadful.
Oop, I may have rolled Jade's by accident. If I did, I'm very sorry, Dan.
No, I just rolled my own.
Okay, good. I clicked your oh no.
Oh my god. I get a
D20 by accident.
total of 6 there, Alan. My
I got a 4.
Oh my, oh
D8.
my.
My D8 rolled I just rolled a 2 so far.
You have to go to the
for my-
bathroom again, guys.
my
Be right back.
initiative.
Okay.
It's all good.
So my dex is 15. What's yours, Alex?
Oh, my dex is 14 plus
Okay.
2.
All right, so I go first.
Looking at all the people who are ahead of us, I'm not.
Oh, yeah, we're not getting a turn. Yeah, no.
I'm imagining Ray is going to kill at least 5 of them.
That's kind of what I imagine.
And the 2 Isaacs with their cantrips, I reckon they'll kill. Or maybe they're like, what? There's like a special kind of zombie though. Is it a Strad zombie that just keeps going? Are they in the constitution rolls and the body parts and stuff? I don't know. It's been a while since I've fought zombies.
Well then, Kieran, you're up first with Isaac. Core Isaac this time, not even the copy. I finally have a character who can challenge you for first run, and that's Rhea, only because I keep rolling stupid high on her initiatives. Like I said, I'll roll her initiatives and stuff, but combat's going to be rolled by players for her.
Unfortunately, it's not exactly an ideal space for casting AoEs. So I will probably instead stick to my single target stuff. You know what? This one here in the corner, I'll give him a firebolt just to test things out.
Alrighty. You go ahead and shoot a firebolt at the zombie. I don't know, their armor class is pretty damn high. You go ahead and roll your damage.
What's your AC? 10? 12?
No, John. No. Not even.
So 28.
Poof. One bites the dust as your firebolt sears through the air, burns their hell.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, and another one's gone.
Oh, that's gonna be the acapella for the background for you.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Oh.
Hello, Fergus.
Well, that's one dead.
Back.
Isaac nukes a zombie with a single firebolt.
All right, and I mean that's probably going to be his turn. I don't know if it's a. Yeah, I'll back out just in case like people want to use that space in a more, tight quarters, and that'll be me.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn before the start of Rhea's, she'll trigger a legendary action with 2 action points using her Whirlwind power-up, which allows her to strike any number of creatures within 10 feet of her, and she attacks everybody. No, I'm just kidding. So then, Dan, why don't you give me attack rolls against the 4 zombies closest to Rhea? Rhea gets a plus 18, so...
She can't miss.
Nope, she has advantage. So just give me 4 advantage rolls, and so long as you don't roll a 1, she hits. At your level, it's kind of impossible to miss zombies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I was wrong. Rhea will not kill at least 4 of them. Rhea will kill at least 6.
At least. Probably more. Oh, I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Dead.
2 hits. 3 hits. I mean, there's a 1 in 400 that Jade will roll 2 1s. 4 hits. Alright. And that's 2d8 plus 10 and 3d10 damage. A zombie has 22 health. They do not take extra damage from anything. So you do need to break 22 on each of those damage hits for her to do kills. Which is doable. It's 18 and 15 for averages on those, so you're probably in your stats. And I'll get Rhea fixed back up for next week. Oh my. 3d10. The odds are still in your favor. 23 points of damage. That is almost perfectly enough to kill the zombie directly in front of Rhea. Give us another set of damage rolls. If you want to put them both together, 2d8 plus 10 plus 3d10. It'll break the numbers down for me. That's another dead. 2 down. 3 down. Cutting it close, though. 4 down. And then she whirlwinds her way through. And then she gets to start her turn. So while you're at it, Dan, give me 2 more attack rolls for the 2 in the back. Because Rhea, being the badass she is just going to take a 5-foot step forward as she levies her blade.
Alright.
Yeah. That's a hit. Honestly, you're all just trying not to roll a 1. And that's a hit. So go ahead and roll double damage once again for her as she wipes out the zombies.
Why are the rest of us even here?
I was just thinking that.
You'll find out next turn.
We could just send Rhea to be like, do you want to... Okay, just go.
Rhea, as she's cleaving the heads off of zombies, looking back towards the party with a bit of a blink. You know, I was somewhat expecting a challenge from a mystical pyramid popping up out of nowhere as she cuts down one after another. And indeed, kills the next 2 zombies quite dead as well. Spins around as she faces the party, holding her sword at her hip with a nod. Wasn't nothing. What do you think of that? The end of her turn before Isaac's turn. You might be horrified, however, to notice 3 more zombies at initiative count 20, tying fails, crawling up from underneath the Detrius. And they immediately roll into combat. Copy Isaac's turn.
Alright.
Rhea does not seem to have noticed that there's more zombies coming. So she'll be under surprise condition for the next round. And to answer your question, Jillian, this is why there's a bunch of us here. I mean, they're zombies. They're CR 1/4. They were never the main challenge of this spot. Come on now.
Targeting this guy, firebolt.
Ah, yeah. Leans around the corner. It's like, hey, it worked great for me. I better do it too. Ba-dum-bum. And as mentioned, so... Oh, right, it's a dex saving throw.
One. That's the wrong one, sorry. I clicked fire. I did not click the correct fire there.
Copy Isaac's like, fireball! I'm out of slots. Firebolt!
Just on reflex there, Kieran. Just fireball.
And of course, it's dead. So go ahead, roll up damage. So long as you get at least a 22.
Well, it works for Rita, Dean.
Yeah.
There we are. Your fireball goes off, killing the zombie dead. Again, because it's a zombie and was undead, but now is dead because it was dead before and dead again.
That'll be Copy Isaac's turn. Yeah.
Lulu's turn. She couldn't blink a little bit on Flux's shoulder and sort of point at one. Oh my word, there's some smell. It hurt my trunk. I don't like this. Jade's turn. Clickety clackety, I roll to attackety.
This is comical, you guys. I'm doing a group drawing of our Tuesday group.
Oh, nice.
And I realized, I was saying to Kieran and Dean, they would have already heard this, but like it's like one of the tallest groups, maybe besides this one now that Nimbar's gone.
Oh god.
But like it's like the only group that doesn't have like a really, really short person or like a gnome or like a halfling or anything in it. And then Kieran's character's like 4'11" or something like that, I think you said, Kieran. And the rest of them are like 5'10", 6 feet,
almost 6 feet,
3. And I just scaled Rita down.
I realized,
hilarious.
Well, because I realized it's like, this whole time Rita's been looking up at everyone because she's like because it's a drow woman, like, so drow are shorter than most elves, right? So she's just constantly looking up at everybody like, oh man.
It's hilarious though, because she was like a little bit taller before, like I knew she was the shortest and I had her drawn as such, but she's definitely the shortest. It's just fucking hilarious.
You know,
I knew she was short. Didn't know she was that short.
If I was one of the players on that team, I'd buy her stilts.
Oh God!
Be like, get up here. We need to have a conversation, Pop.
No. Just carry her box around for her.
Oh my word! The soapbox,
like the Scully box.
Oh my.
The Jilly box.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have. Sorry, Dan. I was holding out. I thought you had a sneak attack, but I forget you don't automatically get them. But you do get 13 points.
If I attacked the one in front of Rhea, I would have got it, but I went for the one to the left.
Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. That's why that's not working. Alrighty. You have seriously injured that zombie, however. If it would stay where I clicked it. And it looks badly injured at this point. However, it is now the same zombie's turn who attacked you, who rises its arms up with and makes a slam attack against you, swinging with incredible tenacity. As you've noticed, I've left my rolls on public. He drastically misses. Nook Race turn.
Flap. Oh, did you mount up to him?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Pup
Because
would
you were
still be
moving
back,
around to make
but
it easier on you. Just unmount.
Yeah.
It's one of the options. And from that point, just grab him, bring him back.
yeah.
Of course, it's not
So
working. You fly in with your Holy Avenger longsword and do land a shot, so go ahead and roll the damage.
sorry, obviously attacking the one beside Rhea.
Yeah, you ain't got 10-foot range. That's 13 points of slashing damage. And 28 for your next attack roll, with an 11 on there, which is enough to kill that zombie. And Pup moves in the closer range.
Oh, I muted myself.
Rend.
I apparently muted myself at some point during that.
Yep. And give me a dex save for Pup.
Okay.
Oh, is there some kind of pit full of zombies?
Pup has failed his dex saving throw as the ground collapses out underneath him and he falls 20 feet straight down to the ground. What does he find but a pit full of zombies, the walls, every edge of them covered as they're crawling their way up. The Detrius falls down as well. Thankfully, Jade's on the very edge and can't be reached. But looking down, you see hundreds of zombies easily coming up without end. And Pup just fell down inside of the hole. I'm gonna move him forward 5 feet for that change, in fact, as he was... Apparently I can move that thingy.
Oh dear.
What the hell? No, don't exit Foundry. What the hell? I feel like Uncle Roger sitting here. What the hell?
Okay, so it wasn't just me who was thinking that.
Like, I did the first two, what the hell is that? Honest confusion, but...
We watched so many Uncle Roger videos yesterday. He was doing his Gaelic lesson, and I just kind of went to autoplay.
I love Uncle Roger. I hate Aunt Helen. Oh, she's so mean.
I don't even know who Aunt Helen is. Is this an Uncle Roger expanded universe thing?
Uncle
yeah, that's
Roger,
his ex-wife.
Auntie Helen, ex-wife. She took everything he
Right.
ate her. The joke character. I don't think she actually is based off anyone, but it's an easy joke for him to make. And it's always she got the better of him, you can tell. Oh, but
Okay.
I digress. So, a pit full of zombies. What happens from this is on initiative count 20, tying fails, so, you know, the zombies go last. More of them, a random dice roll, will be piling up out of this hole, filling this area and coming after you.
Okay.
And as for Pup, since he's down inside of said hole, he could be having some troubles.
How far down did he fall?
20 foot. Actually, let me make note of that with a minus 20. And John's like, but he got an 18 on the dex save. And I'm like, gotta make it challenging. It's a high level dungeon. I was really hoping a player would step in that spot. Preferably Rhea.
Apparently it didn't do the thing.
She's laying in the bottom of the hole. Someone come save me. The zombie's just gnawing on her armor, not hurting her.
Right.
Sorry, I have to just check because the force render did not populate correctly.
No, that's fair.
Did I delete Discord off of my iPad? Must have.
And force empowered rend isn't a ranged attack. That has to be done in close range, right?
Yeah, it's a melee.
Yeah. So with the dex fail, you wouldn't be able to make the shot. He'd already be falling down the hole as he approaches
yeah,
for the attack.
But you said there are others. Wouldn't he be
yeah,
able to hit one of them?
The hole is filled with them. Admittedly, Pup could just lash out and do some damage to what's down there. By all means. He's on top of zombies and with zombies. And with 20 foot, that's 10 foot of fall damage. He takes a whopping 6 points. He lands right on his head. Bludgeoning damage. You know, fall damage. Yes, thank you, Jillian. I don't know what it is. That Pokemon noise has been perfect timing today.
Yeah. My boss just texted me and said I can't have my union day tomorrow, which fucking sucks.
Wait a second, that's your text message sound? It goes the Pokemon sound?
I
love that. I used to use the Final Fantasy Victory theme song for mine, but oh, that's good. I like that. That's really slick. So simple, so elegant.
When I first got it, my sister sent me a bunch of text messages that was like I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like Evie has reached level 10 or whatever it is in the I can't remember exactly. And she just sent me texts over and over again.
Oh my word.
And you're both like, this is great, and come on, really? Right?
What do you mean?
Like that would be both annoying and really cool at the same time.
No, it was really funny. I was really excited. I think I had probably said something along the lines of, I wish somebody would text me so I can hear it, and then she just went ham.
That's understandable. But yeah, that's Pup's turn. I suppose he's in.
Pup gnaws on the zombies flying through the wall.
No.
Alex's turn now.
Okie dokie. I don't think I've got anything that'll get Pup out of there. With his with this Pup,
Julian, I love it.
Would this Pup count as? Is he a creature or is he construct?
Construct? Yes, construct.
Okay, alright, well I can't do that then. I was going to polymorph him into something that can fly.
Constructs do count as a creature. It's a type of creature. It would have to specifically state that it doesn't work on constructs, like the Cure Wounds spell.
Okay. Right. Okay, so I'll transform Pup into something that can get out of there, but it's where's the condition on it? Right, does he have a challenge rating or a level or something?
Challenge rating 0 for a shield defender.
Oh.
That's a poop.
So
Yeah, I'm
so
not seeing anything.
I can't polymorph him then, because he doesn't have a CR. Or he would need to turn into something with his CR of 0.
Polymorph him into another Steel Defender, so when he dies as a Steel Defender, he becomes a Steel Defender again.
Yeah, that's
Bit of a loop
disappointing.
around.
Okay. I guess someone will need to fly down there and get him.
No carts with his flapping wings.
Yeah, sorry I can't help.
No worries. I can. My next turn was planning on picking him up.
Yeah, I guess I'll just attack the zombie in front of Jade. I'll maybe these are low enough CR to fail a save spell. I'll do Frostbite on it. Oh my Jesus, really? 9 damage.
That's actually kind of impressive.
Oh. I rolled a nat 20. You see that? You see that,
Yeah.
Dean?
He still fails.
Uh-huh. I was even gonna say, well, he can't win, but I'm gonna roll it in case it's a crit, but he can't win anyway. Look at that.
See, this is why I just have an inherent dislike of save cantrips. I know it failed, but that is ridiculous.
However,
If
let
we
me
were-
show you the zombie's present character sheet. I'll throw it right up in the group chat. You can see it down inside of there. See how much health it has?
9. Oh my god. Okay,
How much damage
so
did you do?
9. That
You
is.
killed the zombie.
Oh dear. Okay.
Just.
Actually,
Savers
you know
suck,
what?
what?
This is why. Well, I guess all my cantrips other than Primal Savage are 4d6. So, man, I like Alec, but I think as time goes on, I don't think I like druids. Their spells are so meh.
I hear ya. I'm not a fan of druids.
Some of their abilities
mean-
are awe-inspiring, but they kind of counterbalance them against the wizard, which isn't cool.
Yeah, like the wizard gets the biggest, like the best spell list in the game, and they get to have like the most spells ready at any given time too. You know, so it's kind of hard to compete.
Yeah. Anywho, that's me.
Flux's turn. As you look out, you can see everyone tearing the crap out of zombies, which doesn't come as too much as a surprise for Flux. She could probably eat them for breakfast if they didn't taste so damn nasty. What you do notice now is this pit, filled to the brim with zombies crawling their way out like a writhing pile of snakes. Only zombies.
Can I aim my breath weapon attack down in the hole?
Yep.
And so it doesn't hit Pup?
Oh yeah, it's a line, and the hole itself is about 8 feet wide, so I'll allow it. You do it in an angle.
Okay.
Pup's like, phew, I'm gonna get enough of an ass kicking when it's my turn. As Flux unleashes her mighty breathe weapon, tearing holes around edges. You see some of the zombies falling off and falling down, Pup flipping out of the way as they almost land on top of them. As you pull 17 points of lightning damage across the mend.
If they fail their dex saves.
Oh yeah.
You still take half, though, which I think is just shy of killing them, because it would be 7 or 8, wouldn't it?
They got 22
Oh.
health a pop.
It would be 8. Oh, 22.
But that's for zombies.
The one that had 9 had already taken damage then?
Oh yeah, it got punched in
Yeah.
the teeth already.
Oh,
by Jade.
yeah, okay, sorry.
But your blast still cuts through and goes on a line, so it does some damage across. I've already done my rolls, don't worry about that. So you do some serious lightning damage with that.
Okay.
One had taken 14 damage, so you probably killed that one.
So can we continue using it as like a single attack out of my 3? Because you let me do that in the last round, but
Yeah, I think they updated
You've
that
changed
with
your mind,
Tasha's
that's
and said
okay.
it could work. 'Cause
They
I think
did,
yeah.
Fizz
It's slightly-
bands.
it's a slightly different race, but it kind of makes sense. Like, it's not that OP of an attack. Like, it's only
It's high level
barely
balancing. It's
it's
fine.
barely more than a cantrip. So
And even then, I think you can only use your breathe weapon once per turn anyway, right?
Only once per short rest.
Oh, geez, that's even worse. But yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
We changed that with Fizz Bands because they expanded it a bit. Because honestly, at this level of play, things get
Doesn't
nuked.
matter. Yeah. And then, so then I will take, Cyrudus's Rage. Because I can do attack through that. Let me just reread it. I've not used it yet, I don't think, so.
Hey, Fergus.
Just poked his head in my room, too.
Oh, was he up the stairs?
I don't know where he was. He wasn't with me. So I can make a 60-foot cone of destructive energy. So it would be as an action. Oh, okay. So that would have to take up probably my whole thing.
Yep.
Okay.
You could always switch it out instead of using your breathe weapon and just drop that instead.
I don't want to fuck up your calculations, though.
Oh, that's not going to mess things up. Don't worry.
Okay.
I put a dungeon together on the fly. I can deal with a few numbers.
Okay. All right. I'll do that instead then.
Alrighty. So, with that one, it's a DC 18 Dexterity Savings throw. And what sort of damage are you using?
I'll stick with lightning, so it's not that different. We'll just reflavor it, so it's... Did I...
Yeah, I got 20s. That was me. I'm doing some rolls for calculating.
Doesn't seem to let me hit 12d6, so I'll just...
You might have to type that in manually, just because it's such high numbers. I wonder, can they even? No, they cannot. DC 19 Dex Savings throw.
No, it's an 18 for this one. 19 was breath weapon.
Oh, right. That's fair. Because they get a -2 to their Dex saves. Alright, and you rolled up your damage 42. Now let me just scroll back. Let's see. Okay. John.
You
need a Dex save for Pup.
No, I didn't want to hit Pup. I wouldn't do it if I was going to hit him.
What? It's fine. Pup.
No, it's not.
Pup can be rebuilt.
The power of Cyrudus's Rage tears through. Pup dodges. Look at that. Good puppy.
Sorry,
some luck.
I'm not used to stealth crates. I'm so sorry. Is he okay?
Half of 42, so he does survive thanks to that amazing roll, I gotta say.
So I take half damage, you said?
Half of 42. Fire damage. 21 points.
Yeah.
Flux comes, brings out, and sledgehammers the mighty blade, releasing a torrent of incredible purple flames that burn down and straight through into the ground, creating an unearthly explosion, enough that Rhea even lifts her shield up, defending herself from the sight for a moment.
Pup just kind of looks up and tilts his head at you.
I'm sorry.
One eye's blinking a little bit. You see the light behind it's slightly sketchy, but more importantly, you hear thudding and flopping sounds as the remaining undead fall. The amount of damage already done to them and those rising up obliterated by the area attack that you used. As you finish off this encounter. No more wait, and you see Pup standing on top of a pile of bodies, burnt and charred.
He just casually walks up the corpses to get out.
Flux will pull him up. I'm so sorry. She gives him some pats and some little kisses. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
He just kind of looks at you, blinks a couple times. Nilkrites will kind of start casting some mending on him.
I put him at 9, but he looks like he disappeared off the map again. Oh, that's glitchy Foundry. They really got to work on that. Give me a second, I'll pull Pup back out.
Where did Pup go?
There we go.
But yeah, so actually, anyone else have many?
He kind of burnt through your spells fixing up the ship and doing stuff like that.
Mending's a cantrip.
Oh, I know.
Mending cantrip, yeah.
Do my smith tools help him at all? Like, can I do a check?
No, but anyone with mending, for each cast of mending, he heals 2d6. So, Milk Rate's gonna take the time, but I mean, like, each casting and mending takes a minute, so if anyone else wants to help speed it up, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll help speed it up as well.
Alright, so for the first... Okay. So for the first minute, he gained 18 plus 7.
Hello.
Since it's a cantrip, can the simulacrum do it?
He would.
It doesn't matter. He's fully healed after that.
But that is something. But he does make a good point. That is something we could do if we had to do a similar thing in the future. Because
Oh, and Jillian, small hat tip. Because you used an area of effect fire-based magical spell, you were able to seal this one off. If you didn't, it would have just been swarms upon swarms of zombies over and over and over again. I was wondering how many turns it would be before the players did something like that. So when it came around to yours, I was like, haha, here we go, she's gonna chop them down. I'm burned them. Shit.
I was going to fireball next turn because of my double action this turn.
And you get that 20 to the 30, goes kablooey.
Yeah.
20 foot down, another 10 foot on top. Everybody curses a little bit. Looks like a volcano. Rhea looking towards. Looks at the hole a bit, looks back and nods and says, so repeatedly chopping would not have been nearly as effective. I see now. I must learn how to blow things up.
So, Alan, I had updated one of the tokens, but apparently it didn't carry through. So.
Not surprised. Foundry's been really weird with this one.
Okay, so I guess opening it from the thing doesn't... Alright, so we'll have to do it that way. Because he actually has 103 life.
I absolutely don't know how to get rid of that I
Pup
put there
has
by
103 life?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just a steel defender.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind, so it's a base of it. You need to actually edit the character on there, and that'll carry through for future ones. And it looks like that's been
what I'm
shifted
doing.
over. And let me
That's
just
what I'm
delete
doing.
off
I
Pup.
just...
Bring that out. Yeah, it's catching it now that you've got it edited there instead of just being this normal low stats.
Yeah, no, I had updated it, but apparently I only updated it for one particular version of the token.
You probably clicked on it on the field when it was out and not from the character list. Because edits to
Probably
the field
would.
aren't permanent.
Okay, yeah, that's what I normally do, and that you're probably right.
I'm used to Foundry's
No.
quirkiness. It's a handy one, but it's nice to blanket things as well. Health, damage, and levels get blanketed, but not core stats. I going into details, and we're getting a little on time there, so...
I'm sorry, Alan. I don't know how to get rid of that template.
If you go to the corner ruler underneath your character's picture, you'll see dead center there's a little explodey image. When you hover over it and then tap delete, it'll go away.
Okay, right. So you need to hover over it. I was clicking on it and stuff, and okay, got it. Thank you.
Anytime.
Okay. Well, there's nothing in the boxes. I still vote left.
And since we're low on time, I'll save you the time, Dan. Jade, searching through the hole, doing search check and perception checks, wouldn't find anything this time. I don't want you to be left with the abandoned curiosity, you know what I mean? Well, there's the start of your little side quest dungeon, which actually does kind of work well since Courtney might be out for another week or two. She's out, no plot goes by. If you succeed in defeating this dungeon, I will reward you all, indeed with treasure like it said. I'll do the biggest hoard treasure random rolls that you can from the Dungeon Master Guide.
Ooh, fun.
Yep. It'll all be random at the end, mind you. But you want some good gear? That's the way. I reserve the right to restrict specific items if they come up, like a Sphere of Annihilation or something like that, because no game breaking. I'll definitely make sure you get some good treasure.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well, again, apologies. I feel like I threw a spanner in the works there. I was not expecting the bag of beans to do that.
This
Team's
is
like,
great.
you want side dungeon? Team's like, that actually sounds fun. And I'm like, side dungeon. Here you go. It's bigger than 60 feet, but that's the way it goes. I might skip on posting the recording up, though, just because there's a bunch of spoilers in there. But when I do post it, you get to see how quickly I can build something on the fly while things are going on.
Nice.
But I will say, might be one of your few chances to have a super overpowered NPC on the team. Keep that in mind. I do my best to not have those interfere too much with your games because I like to watch the players shine. That being said, congrats, you hit the easy challenges. You're going to need the power. You want good treasure? I'm gonna make you earn the good treasure. Oh yeah. Well, that's
Nice.
That's pretty much all I got for this week so far.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the game. Thanks for the impromptu pyramids.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna have fun with this. It also gives me another week now to tweak some of the other areas I was working on in it. Because I laid out every room with encounters and setups and such for the ones that have them. But now I can tweak and look at CRs in a lot more detail. Which is why I'm happy you went this way, because these were the trap areas. And I'm like, yes, zombie pit. It don't matter how strong you are, zombie pit. Yeah. Oh my word. But unless anyone has any questions, I'll go ahead and I'll cut it here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you for the, yeah.
Always a pleasure, and stay tuned for next week as we beat the secret special dungeon, and y'all get yourself some good gear, hopefully.
Also, the name, Beandarius?
Yes.
Is it Beans? Yes.
Yes. The Pyramid of Beandarius. I was wondering when someone would notice. I was like, yes, yes it is. Beans.
Could have been Bean Far.
Oh. Been there, done that.
There we go. Okay.
Oh my word.
Alright, now Pop is back together.
All repaired and good to go. I'm not too worried about the time because the game wasn't paused. So.
I'm very sorry. I when I said that I was gonna use my breath weapon only if it didn't hit Pup, I thought that it was gonna apply to my next attack too.
No worries. Dan was messaged me. He's like, I plan on Fireball. Can he survive? I'm like, do it. Perfect.
I figured someone was gonna Fireball, but
I was gonna suggest it to Isaac because
I was thinking about it.
I felt like people were going to be like, "Oh, Pup's down there. We have to avoid." To get him back, it will take me one spell slot, and then we just mending.
Yeah,
we can. He is like really easy to repair and get going again.
Yeah, I was thinking about just.
But if he's killed and you just rebuild him, is he still the same pup or is he a new pup? Because if you swap out the handle of a mop and the head of a mop and all the parts, is it still the same mop? Oh, I don't want to see Pup die. He's nice.
Oh, absolutely be the same Pup. We'd be using the same pieces and everything.
Somebody's been watching Only Fools and Horses.
I'm just going for the ship of Theseus.
Yeah.
It gets used in a lot of little things, and I love it because it's a good little reference. It's like, if we rebuild it from the ground up, is it still the same thing? And Neil Crace is like, yes.
It's got the same name. Obviously.
Well, next week leads to more fun.
Actually, he should be Pup 2.0 by now, because he did get improvements.
Heavenly Pup. Celestial upgrades.
It's just really funny. He has wings that do literally nothing, but he felt it excluded without them, so he got wings.
Everybody flies.
I guess it's true. All dogs go to heaven.
Alrighty, everyone. Well,
you're barking up the wrong tree there.
Oh my word. Let's not get back to the box jokes too. That's why I made a pit so they'd all go away. Alrighty, everyone. Well, y'all have yourselves a great week, and I'll see you all next week.
Yep.
Yeah, take care, Alan.
It was fun.
Thank you.
Good time.
Thanks.
Later, everyone.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.